Get it on, ladies and gentlemen. Greetings, welcome, and howdy doodly dandy Andy. We're in Torment 2 with 5 hours played on our Barbarian. We can actually jump into Torment 3 already, so I think we should be ready for that. We have a couple of golds today, and we want to use the new reputation grind. Because you have 21,000 rep, and I don't know which vendor actually sells this to you, but you can now turn in your reputation for your Spectre Ash for bonus reputation to then get more loot. But I don't actually know where to do that. Maybe at Sayala when you're done? Next to the rep board. Okay, so we gotta go to the rep board and then we can probably talk to her. I don't think we should do it already because my character isn't fully reputationed up yet. We still gotta get it there. Next to the rep board, but only if Sayala is actually there, right, Neil? Because she ain't there yet. Like, I have to probably finish the quest line to then be able to do it. Where's it, Astar? No. Rob was like, farm mythic and you only need 70 sparks. Ah, you know how it is. Everything Rob says is gotta be taken with a grain of salt when it comes down to that. Okay, Rakan. We need to push now our glyphs and we need to push our reputation to farm ourselves another mythic. Because as you can see, I don't have Greater Affix Ring, no Greater Affix Third Blade, no Greater Affix Ugly Bastard Helmet, no Greater Affix Ariad's Bearing. So I got a lot to do. I think yesterday we stopped at pit 45, so that's where we were yesterday. Let's kind of warm up and see where we're going. Good morning, Kenny. Howdy. Where'd you farm? Now, I'm not going to farm any mythics. Farming mythics is like probably the most boring activity in the whole game. Not sure why anyone would actually want to do that, especially since all my builds are mythic-less builds, you know. I mean, literally, I don't have a single build that's using a single mythic. Okay, it's working good. I think we're almost ready for Torment 4. I think for Torment 4, I would want to have like the items greater affix that I'm playing and probably like have finally all glyphs activated. Because right now we don't have all glyphs activated. For the people that missed yesterday, what are we playing? We're playing the Summoner Barb. And the Summoner Barb is actually really simple. You pretty much just use your Rupture as a spam skill with a very high lucky hit chance. And this allows us to reduce the cooldown of everything and pretty much spam our ultimate. And that in total leads to us just positively zooming through the area and getting ourselves overwhelming force. It's really fun and surprisingly easy to put together. It feels from a gameplay standpoint a bit like Death Trap Rogue because you take all these pieces, you put them together, and then you reach this Exodia moment where suddenly everything is working and it's just so much fun. Mother's Blessing does not give any extra webs XP like before the patch. Interesting. And I wasn't even aware that Mother's Blessing was on, right? It seems a bit uninspired to put Mother's Blessing on, but hey, I mean, with this, I could level a Spiritborn. So I wasn't sure if I wanted to level a Spiritborn because I'm really not too interested. But now that Mother's Blessing is online, I mean, maybe we can level something in like 1 hour, 30 minutes, possible. I mean, with Mother's Blessing online, you could probably farm like reputation splinters like there's no tomorrow, right? I mean, like just fast track like a character up to 260 in like 1 hour or something. Just 4 mil damage. Right now we're doing up to 50, up to 100 million, so not that much yet. Considering that we're not running all glyphs, right? We're running 3 glyphs. They're all like 15 something. Damage is decent. We gotta work on our boss cooldowns though, because you see if we're not getting our lats out, so if we don't get our ulti to pop, then we're not doing any damage. So against a single target, we need better cooldown reduction. That's desperately needed. That's a ring with life per second. Wow. wow. This might be the saddest ring I've ever seen. Like, all these are relatively low, but I'm missing I don't have ire. I think I'm missing ire, right? So where I got Weapon Master, Undotted Seething, Mortal Draw. I got ire finally. Okay, that's actually good. So we have ire. Needs to be in the Blood Rage board. Rage board gets ire. Ire not activated yet. Ire activated now. I showed my friend your Druid video and he went and got Diablo today and is enjoying it. That's great. Honestly, thank you for telling me. I'm really happy to hear that. I have a question about damage resistance on Sword. If you combine Oaken's Catalyst and Asador's Overflowing Cameo, you can easily hit 100% damage resistance. Damage resistance is never 100. Okay, so damage resistance is multiplicative diminishing returns. So you get a 20% with another 20% with another 20%. It's kind of like you get 20% damage resistance, then you get 20, then you get 20 of the 20 of the 20, then you get 20 of the 20 of the 20, then you get 20 of the 20 of the 20. So damage resistance is not like you add 20% 5 times together and you have 100% damage resistance. It's like this down stacking multiplicative not happening. Does that make sense to you? Okay, that would be 50. What's the best part for leveling again with level 39? Held tides and strongholds. With 39, I would do strongholds until you are 45. After 45, you can go back doing hell tides. Okay, summon the lads, Chad. Toot the horn. Doo-doo. Cooldown reduction, cooldown reduction, cooldown reduction. Toot the horn. Didn't we yesterday get like a 6%? Oh yeah, we got the better lucky hit version of that. So this one, we always have enough summons out, at least in the pit. It's like the downside is if you're killing enemies too fast, you're not getting the cooldown reduction. So I really need to look for an Ariad's Blessing Pants that has the greater affix on cooldown reduction. For this, we need to be able to kill tier 3 Belial. I don't think I'm yet ready to kill tier 3 Belial, if I'm honest with you. I mean, we can do tier 3, like almost tier 4 content, right? But in order to kill a tier 3 boss, you kind of need like 100 million damage regularly. And I just don't have the cooldown reduction yet. I mean, my thing is at 16.35 seconds. That's not enough. What I would like to is I want to get 2 rings with greater affix, which I still don't have. So I need greater affix rings. Because then with greater affix rings, I could get myself the proper temper for the cooldown reduction on the ulti. It's a little bit what I'm waiting for to boost my damage. Because, well, I don't see a reason to waste my resources on not greater affix rings, right? With that cooldown reduction, we should be able to get the horn also against bosses more often. Any idea when the season ends? Well, we should soon get another campfire chat with news about the PTR. Because in July, we have season 9. Which means if July is season 9, then June, early June, we will have to get the PDR. That means you can already test and play season 9 probably in 2 weeks, 3 weeks maximum. Yeah. I mean, like, it's a month plus, so another like 50 days or so until this season is over. It's actually not that long. I mean, considering last season I was done and I had another like 80 days until new content. That was harsh. That was really harsh. I mean, season 7 was a very short play for me. So I'm actually happy how long season 8 is holding, considering that I assumed that season 8 would be a week-long season. You know? There's my base assumption. Like, I would play for a week and then I'd be done. And here we are actually leveling everything. But I gotta say the new boss powers and the changes really made a lot of builds fun. I mean, playing Summoner Barbarian, hello? How cool is that? Also playing Summoner Necro too. By the way, I tried out Summoner Necro with a buff blade. It's stronger, obviously. And I really gotta wonder about some of my fellow creators calling things bad and like literally forgetting. Like I saw the comparison between Grandfather is better than the Blade of Zur, and I'm like, yeah, sure, but like the Blade of Zur I can farm in 5 minutes. The Grandfather I might never get all season long. You know, it's like cool. I mean, if I had the Grandfather, like yeah, I would use it, but I don't have it, so I'll use Blade of Zur. I'm missing Summoner Barb. I haven't played last 2 seasons. Well, Summoner Barb is using the Call of the Ancients, and we're doing everything to scale the Call of the Ancients damage. The good thing is, Call of the Ancients are making Earthquakes, Call of the Ancients are making Dust Devils, and they are leaping around. Now, as you can see, as soon as I pop the Call of the Ancients, we're doing tons of damage. The thing is, you can scale Earthquake damage like crazy. You can scale Dust Devil damage at the same time. But you can scale all of it up plus the actual ultimate damage, which then leads to you summoning up to 12 barbarians, as you can see here, that are just absolutely mauling your opponents. And with the proper cooldown reduction, I should be able to just get all the 12 up in a boss fight permanently at any given point, which would be obviously absolutely legendary. And yeah, they just do crazy damage. Right now we are at the scaling phase, so what we need desperately to scale the damage is this here. Your ultimate skills, Earthquakes, Dust Devils, and everything does more damage. And as soon as I have that, holy moly, we are soaring. So that's what we really want. Okay, now I am missing Challenger, Executioner, Rumble, IR, Wrath. I think I miss Executioner, Wrath, Rumble, Challenger. Yep, I miss Executioner, Disembowel. Executioner, there we go. Executioner is for the Rupture, because it says while wielding a polearm, you deal 15% more damage. So their Executioner comes in. Scaled with string. Needed 215 to actually get the yeah, let's get it to 15, and then we can push our reputation further. How to repair Star Restrainer in Once Human? Couldn't you just simply repair it with a normal repair? I know. Has been a while since I played, so I don't have it tip of my tongue right now. Runes and gold are easy to get. Well, it's not about are they easy or hard to get in terms of runes, but if you're doing the activities that should net you runes, they're not netting your runes, or at least not the legendary runes. So the only reliable way to get runes is trading, which is never good. What is the Raven of the Tree in Karagar? Well, you can hand in your whispers now in every mayor city. That's actually really useful. So if I have my waypoint bound to Karagar, then I do not need to travel to the Tree of Whispers ever again. I can actually hand my whispers in there. These are the same trees of the Raven Tree thingy dudes that we used to have in the Witch Tide. So during season 7. Sadly, they're not in the world. They're only in mayor cities. So I'm a bit saddened about this because I love them in the world, that if I am in a zone like a Helltide and I finish the Whisper, that I could just walk to the Tree of the Raven inside the zone instead of having to teleport outside of the zone to actually hand something in. There's probably the greatest feature of the Raven Tree, like, right, that it just happened there. So they kind of try to replicate that, but kind of miss the mark. A bit sad, but it is what it is. Okay, we get all our glyphs activated. Now I'm intrigued to see if I could kill Belial after this pit when I have the final glyph activated. But right now we're dealing up to 100 million damage, so it might be possible if I use Lilith power. Because right now we've been against bosses, been using the boss power from Lilith. So you're actually summoning these 2 blood blobs. Because if I summon the 2 blood blobs, then I have 2 more targets to lucky hit on. Because right now we're doing Rupture, and as you see, the Rupture does the blood explosion, and the blood explosion gives us the cooldown reduction. Now the problem is, in a boss fight, there's only one dude to do this against, right? Here, this is only happening to one boss. So, like, obviously, it's not that efficient against one boss. Let's hope that we also get the final recipes, because that's what I'm missing too. I can't temper my weapons right now because we're not having the heavy hitter recipe in legendary. That's currently what's holding me back, right? I want to do that. I want to get my weapon masterworked a couple of times because I have okay weapons, but I simply can't because the game is like, you shall not have recipe. Why would the game give me the recipe I want, huh? More barbarians. Okay. Also in this patch, secretly nerfed the Varshan hero power. So that one is that build is sadly not working anymore. Like they shouldn't have nerfed it. It's still working, just not as good as before, right? Okay, boss fight. We don't have the Lilith power, right? No, we have. Like hitting that boss spawns blood blisters. See, there are the blood blisters. If I now spam my ability, I get more cooldown reduction to then get the ancients more often. Actually really cool. I wonder how often the blood blisters can be summoned. Good. Is there like an ICD, an eternal cooldown for this? Okay, we got this one up. Executioner. Now the main thing we need to level up is the rumble glyph, I think, right? Because we want more earthquake damage. No, that's not true. We need to get our crit up because we have Beastmaster's training. This one is crazy because it gives us more damage the more critical strike damage we have. So if I now get my Wrath Glyph here up, right, and I pick out more critical strike damage, then we are able to really go crazy. So that's where we have Wrath here right now, and we try to just get it to scale as high as possible. And we probably need to start tempering critical strike damage on things, because why not, right? Because then that's 150 times multiplier to...
That looks worn. I can fix it.
Here, offensive. Come on, go for the crit. I need to see how high that... See, that's 160 critical strike damage bonus. And suddenly this one goes up, right, to 76%. That's almost like the 150 multiplier there, going ham. Critical strike damage. And boom, how high is it? I was hitting 115. And lastly, if I get critical strike damage temper on that sword. Yep. Now the thing is, I want a heavy hitter, but I still don't have it. Like here, this is rare. Like, are you kidding me? Why am I not getting that in the actual rarity I need it to be? We could probably kill a Wilt boss. We could probably, like, do this whisper here. Oh, 5 minutes. Let's go. So we maybe get more recipes. Maybe it's time to make a sword. You should definitely make something with Mother's Blessing. It's so fast. Like, seriously, it's so fast. I kind of want to level a Spiritborn 2, maybe tomorrow, depending on how today goes. By the way, we also uploaded top 3 builds video chat of my favorite top 3 builds. That would be the Boulder Death Trap and the Bloodwave. I actually did upgrade my Bloodwave Necro's gear because the Bloodwave Necro didn't have like the best gear in the world. And so, oh, double FX Ancestral Ring. Oh, like no, I love that. So now my little dude is sitting at the 20, 30, 40 billions. It's good to see him. Still thinking if I want to push one character to the max, right? Like I tend to, maybe every season, if I find the will to do it, to push one character to like where I want to see it, like personally. I haven't decided which one it is. Like it always depends on how heavy the master working is on certain characters, right? So for example, Barbarian is really annoying to do because you pretty much have to master work every weapon with heavy hitter to the max. The Spiritborn bug got fixed, so the Varshan spirit, the Varshan's boss power is still there, just not as strong as. Just blast the Necro, yeah, but right now Blood Spear is more efficient than Blood Wave for the pit, and I really don't want to play that. Right? Time to move to Grim Dawn, Fendi. I have never tried Grim Dawn because of the graphics. I know graphics shouldn't keep you from playing a game, but they do for me. Necromancer came just in like a wrecking ball. It's like, hold my beer. I got this. He's like, let me tank her. Okay. Let me solo her from Elden Ring. Can't you do Blight Varshan abuse? You can still do Blight Varshan abuse. It's just less efficient now. I mean, Varshan still works. Power is still good, but it's not overbearing good. You've been finishing Grim Dawn 5 times in 2 years. Is Grim Dawn like something with an actual end game and stuff, or is it like Diablo 2 where you kind of play through and you're done? I know Diablo 2 technically has an end game too, right? But for me, Diablo 2 and 3 have always been games that you play through and you're done. And the journey in Diablo 2 is great. Like I just enjoy playing through the game and then just being happy when I'm at the end. I don't need to like play every ARPG until I can't breathe no more. The loot is kind of like Diablo 3 and 4. I'm missing set items, I'll say that. I'm like, I like when set items are actually useful because it's so much fun to collect them. I don't know why Blizzard doesn't want to bring out set items, because I guess on top of uniques and everything, set items would be kind of ruinous. But I like the fantasy, right? You have the Earthquake set. You have the Hammer of the Gods set. You have the set for minions. So like they all did something specific that really altered the way how you played. I guess Diablo could profit from 3 item sets, not 3 item sets in total, like item sets that have 3 pieces. Okay, and that's something Diablo could profit from, because then you could still use uniques and everything, right? While you then wear these 3 items to maybe influence whatever is happening. It'd be kind of cool. I like that. My dudes are a bunch of manies. The reason of your cursor, I'm using the same one with the same color. It's because I'm 30, I'm pretty blind. Why do I have my cursor like this? I keep losing it. Majoska. So depending on what you play, and I used to play a lot of Shadow Necro, the screen gets so filled with the shit that you're doing that you're barely able to see anything. And that's why I decided to go for that cursor. Okay, this is technically a good ring. Why is the attack speed good? You want to have a lot of attack speed because the attack speed goes over to your summons. Yep, that's kind of like how it works. So we're gonna re-roll the lightning resistance into all resistance, maybe strength. Strength for now. So my first ring, and now I can go for Hopefully the right tempers. So we wanted to have the Call of the Ancients cooldown reduction. And that one should be relatively high. Wow. 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 Okay, luckily we have those temper reset scrolls.
How can I help?
You know, before rolling that one thing away, I should have tempered, because you actually get more tempered tries the more things you have. Okay, Wrath of the Berserker. Iron Maelstrom. Oh, the Ancients cooldown reduction. The actual, no, you know what? I don't accept that. If I break this ring, I'll just explain. Yep, I'll just get it for the next one. So great, I didn't want that one anyways.
The forge is
Yeah, you know, I didn't want that ring anyways.
I can break that down.
Okay, let's try to just roll some rings with greater affixes. There you go. So what do we have here? Attack speed, chat. And we get maximum life, and we get, yeah, so here, attack speed. I don't like the overpowered damage, but hey, it's attack speed, so it'll do the trick, hopefully. Let's temper that again. So, oops, what did I get? Sorry. Oh, the ancient cooldown reduction. That's better. We can work with that. And offensive should be critical strike damage for the time being. As I said, critical strike damage. As I said, critical strike damage for the time being. As I said, critical strike damage for the time being. Thank you. And we're gonna re-roll the heal to probably strength. As I said, strength. Holy. Thank you. Goodness Christ.
Use it well.
At least a bit further forward for that cooldown reduction now. So we'd like to see that. This is maximum life and lucky hit chance. I really don't want to play with maximum life and lucky hit chance, but it'll do the trick. So we go for Call of the Ancients cooldown reduction as well. As I said, Call of the Ancients cooldown reduction. Oh my goodness. Why are you hating me so much? I thought we were friends. Like, seriously, what's your problem?
Forge is always hot.
Today is not the day, it seems, Chad. No, I was happy when they allowed you to spam that button, but at the same time, it kind of gets frustrating because you're spamming the button and you just see it like being like, here, fuck you. Oh, fuck you again. Yeah, like, you know what? Fuck you another time. And it's like, but sir, I just want to. Okay, we need Apogeic Furor and Ancestral Charge.
Stars guide you.
Apogeic Furor and Ancestral Charge. Do 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 do. Let me get some diamonds.
Well done.
Pure. That one bugged out. Okay, Apogeic Furor, and what did I say? The summon, right? Summon one. Okay, now is the question. Can I kill a boss? What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Can we kill Belial? Well, we now get our 150% multiplier here. That's all we wanted to achieve. We still need to get the heavy hitter recipe because we still don't have the heavy hitter recipe. But I heard that big old Deceiver has a chance to drop it. Now, before we do that, let me try out a 6er Horde, and also let's do a Resolute Tribute of Ascendance. That sounds actually good. can't progress the quest Lear boss. It says cannot progress due to party state. Anyone know about this? You don't need to progress that quest. Okay, let's see how high the damage now gets with a proper multiplier multiplying, because this is something that has been bothering me, right? That we couldn't get the critical strike, the summon multiplier up. We're down to 9.61 seconds. Holy, we were at 16 before, right? Damn. Okay, so those new multipliers, they definitely use something. That's telling. Yeah, I'm like looking for that 100 million right now. I mean, obviously we need to go to the billions, but that is like a question when I get like everything going and we can change like our tempers to other stuff. Because right now the crit tempers are necessary as I don't have anything else, right? I don't have enough levels on the glyphs to like kind of replace the tempers for something else, like the damage while berserking and stuff like that, right? Rupkovsk, Jesus. Thank you for your subscription and support. Also, Khalito, thank you for being the first. Howdy. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Hope you're doing well. Hope life finds you good. We're having a good session of Diablo happening today, probably tomorrow too. On Saturday, I'll be actually on the road, chat, because my wife invited me to the Harry Potter musical in Hamburg. My birthday present, so I'm not entirely sure what to expect. I haven't been to no, it's actually not the musical, it's the theater play, the Harry Potter theater play, chat, in Hamburg. I don't think it's a musical, it's a theater. I'm intrigued to see how that pans out. Wasn't even aware it exists. The 2-part Cursed Child play, yes, the Cursed Child play, exactly. I'm not sure if it's any good or bad. You get those fancy seats where you also get food because you kind of had to book them. So we get like the full experience, you know, where you go there and you get a place where you get like some EDs on top of looking. I wish Barb wasn't squishy. Sorry, why is your Barb squishy, sir? I mean, mine already has 12k life and I'm not even trying. And we have tons of damage reduction. And you pretty much have all your summons around you at any given point. And if you wanted to, you could also pick up a... So, like right now, I don't have it picked up, but I could pick up a power that gives me Barrier. Like, there's a boss power, in case you missed this, okay? There's a boss power that gives you Barrier in accordance to how much Fortify you're getting. So every time you get Fortify, you also get Barrier. And my Fortify is permanently full because I'm pretty much using my Barbarian Shouts to consistently gain Fortify as well. That would mean, like, if I would take that hero power, that boss power, that I would just continuously also be fortified up and buried up. So just saying, like, there are ways to become incredibly tanky. I'm also using that on my Necromancer, in case you wonder. He is also for fortified burying, kind of useful. Yeah, I still haven't seen anything like over big time over 100 million. It's mostly like 80 million and beyond, something in that direction. I mean, it's still good. So here, the boss power I'm talking about, like currently I'm running Beastmaster's training with How to Celebrate Taste, Lilith, and Rivars. But you could run this one here. So I'm just going to put it on for a round. It is the... What's it called again? Oh, no. I'm just always blind. I don't see it. Here. Whenever you gain Fortify, you would gain Barrier instead. So let's kick like Lilith power out. Okay. We go for the 50% faster spawn. And now whenever I get Fortify, I also get Barrier. So we're going to start the whole thing. See, like I got Fortified, I got Barrier, and then we go on and just like keep playing and we get Fortified and we get even more Barrier. So right now I'm sitting at like tons of Barrier on top of what we're doing anyways, right? I get more Fortify, I get more Barrier. So you pretty much just play, and now I have like a 15,000 Barrier just going on top of what I'm actually doing. So that gives obviously like nice levels of survival for the detriment of losing some damage, but later you will have all the damage anyways, so it doesn't really matter to like sacrifice some DPS there. But that could help you, just saying. Philip, mace overstaff for the overpower? Yes. I mean, overpower on druid is like, what, 400 intrinsic almost? Right? A mace has like, I don't even know how much intrinsic it was, but it's so much that it like would be stupid to not go for it. Just illegal levels. Is there a fun build guide for the barb? The barb we just started yesterday, so we haven't made a build guide yet. You could watch the level stream from yesterday where we just literally flew through the content. So yeah, that's just to emphasize how simple that could be for you with the Barium. Are you going to play the Minion Necro today, Diamond Filed? I tested the Minion Necro this very morning to see how much damage we would actually deal with the update. And it was a slight boost in DPS, so I'm actually kind of happy with what they did on the patch. But no, I'm not going to play it. Like, we have the Necro, we have the Barbarian to finish to max out. I mean, the Necro build is maxed out. It is working, sir. But unless I wanted to push deeper into the pit with that Necro, which I don't wish to do. I'm like not really going to play, you know? But right now I make every class to beat a pit 75 and then I'm done with the class. I know this seems weird, but there's just no more fun than playing further. I know some people in YouTube comments always want to fight you and tell you that you need to at least clear pit 85 or you're worthless and your existence is worthless, but we all know what we have to say to these people. Touch some grass. What build uses the Grandfather? Minion builds can use the Grandfather. Even like here, the good old Barbarian builds can just slap it in. I mean, technically any character that can wield a two-handed sword can just put the Grandfather in. No matter if it's useful or not. Okay, that's very important. I mean, if you have it already, you might just use it. Not saying it's always the best choice. It's definitely not always the best choice. But hey, like, I mean, you have it. You probably want to use it, huh? Like when you have the Ring of Starless Skies and just kind of like try to use a core skill. Like even Minion Necker could use the Ring of Starless Skies because worst case scenario, you would just use your Blight as a core skill to spam to activate the Ring of Starless to be able to actually use it. No matter how inefficient it is. Who cares? Okay, Barbarians, go. Poor guy. Decimated. Will Grandfather work with the Summoner Barb? Yeah. I mean, you would have to shift aspects around and you would end up weaker. You would probably end up weaker than without the Grandfather. I guess, as I said, generally speaking, the Grandfather doesn't necessarily make you stronger. Not in every use case scenario. Like so if you want to use it, like no one can stop you. Just saying that it wouldn't necessarily, like sometimes it makes you weaker to use it. There was the 100 million chat. Okay, I think I'm ready for Belial. Tier 3 Belial. I should be. Do I just grind dungeons until 65? 60 is the level, sir, not 65. We still don't have the manual that we're looking for. It's disgusting. Why can I not open? Hello? Oh, I'm good. I'm there. I swear I'm there. Like this is happening. Whew. With a level 50, I would do Helltides. Helltides and apparition events. Still not what we're looking for, chat. That sounds for me personally like the things to do. You get Melted Heart of Select from a Helltide chest. Wow. I'm sorry that happened to you, sir. I mean, you literally get like they made you excited. You found something and then they spit in your face. God damn it, Diablo. Why'd you do that to my boy? You ever look at this season? It's But okay for me. I mean, there's still this black screen bug that people are having, which is terrible. Everyone hates it. I'm rocking this build with 6k health and 700 armor. Max cooldowns, it's fun, but you're a glass cannon. But why don't you just get more armor and more health then? Sir? And I feel you, but like, you know, it seems like, why don't you just get more armor and health? And I can see me getting the Call of the Ancients cooldown with a greater affix on the pans really low, because we're at 34.5%, right? But if you get it as a greater affix, how high does it actually go? Right, it's gonna be like 40% base, and then you can get it even higher with masterworking. That's actually, it sounds pretty fucking crazy. Definitely ready to farm. Oh, damn it. You made the minion necker and you're already sitting at, Billion is still billions, right? Jesus, it's different in German and English. So German and English have like millions and billions, and millions and billions sound different in German. Thing. You should, like, as soon as you get the master working for the minion necker, that's where it starts going crazy. So where the real deal damage comes from. Like you're confusing me with your Germanness. Don't you German me, sir? Okay, let's do this quest. Why are we doing this quest? So I can fight Belial without needing someone to open Belial for me. I'm using this to fully masterwork. Needs a bit cosmetic, but 1k armor is possible. Yep. Right now I'm sitting at 154 armor. I'm fine with that. And we're close to tier 4, so I can't actually wait to hit tier 4. But I also want to really get the cooldown down of the Call of the Ancients, that we're able to like really molest bosses like they've never been molested before. But to fight Belial, you need to push the seasonal quest further forward. So seasonal quest gets activated by farming reputation, and then as you push the seasonal quest further forward, you'll be asked to fight Belial, and as soon as you be asked to fight Belial, you unlock the Palace of the Deceiver, and then you can always just teleport there. Masterworking, how about Forgotten Souls? I don't believe that you'll ever run out of resources masterworking wise, unless, and I'll say it, unless you are really trying to hit those perfect masterworks, right? I mean, right now, if I would masterwork, I would try to hit Call of the Ancients cooldown one single time, and that's it. Yep. Not twice, not 3 times, one single time, and that's it. Okay. And I would not care about hitting it another time. Because that's just how it works. This season sucks, especially in Australia. That can be. I'm like the Australian servers. I don't know. Do you even have Australian servers at this point? Or are you being forced to play on the Asian once again? And usually Australia ends up on Southeast Asian servers, right? So I haven't even rolled perfect masterworks. See, I never look for perfect masterworks. I mean, I have 544 Forgotten Souls. I mean, you get some when doing Hell Tides, but even with like my 4th or 5th character now up to 60, it's been okay. I'm fine. But yeah, if you try to hit perfect masterworks, you will get frustrated very soon and curse fail. Different games, still worth it to curse Bale. Okay, we talked to Sayala. I think we're at the last 2 quests right now.
Belial, mind your path, wanderer.
Speak with
Now that
her.
you have Belial's attention, nothing is safe.
Speak with Sarah at the shop. Like 2 more quests or so, and then you can fight Belial. I'm playing Druid right now for the first time. What build would you say is the most fun and was the most OP? Boulder Druid. Okay, we just have a Boulder Druid video for you that is very OP, very fun, and you're just overall going to have a fantastic time. And highly recommended. Should a Doombringer be an upgrade for Death Trap? Only if you have the Doombringer with a greater affix life. That's the general rule of thumb for Doombringer. No greater affix life, not worth it. Doombringer is only good if it multiplies your life up vastly, right? I mean, if you get another 70% max life due to the Doombringer, yeah, that will lead to more damage. But only then.
Trying to save Sanctuary.
Keep your lies. I will return here, and
I got 1 Resplendent Spark.
at my back to put an end to this madness.
I could break down my Tyrell's Might to use this, but I think I'm going to push the
Everything.
reputation of this character forward to craft another one. Have a GA on Lucky Hit, then it's not worth it. I'm going to be honest. I'm sorry, it's not worth it. Unless you really get that maximum life bonus. You're better off getting like a greater affix life weapon. No, it's not what you want to hear, but it's that. You have 40k life on your rogue. That's pretty impressive. Finally, the life rogue has arrived. We get the overpowered Death Trap maximum life rogue. We got the Summoner Necromancer. We got the Summoner Barbarian, I mean. We got Necromancers putting you into bone prisons and always overpowering. Druids with boulders. Spiritborns that are useless. It's been quite the varied season. Sorcerers with lightning spears still, or blizzard. Still a varied season. Is Doombringer good at another build? I mean, technically you can use Doombringer on anything that uses overpower, so you can even use it on Boulder Druid. But again, gonna make sure to masterwork that life. When I get 60k to tank Lilith, you can't do the faces. It would be easier to learn the faces on Lilith.
This is not what happened. I fought alongside my brothers. I did, didn't I? I don't understand what. My brother now.
I never actually looked at this part of the story, you know? This is the first time I listened to his talk, so this is the realm of lies. So obviously Belial is trying to twist everything and makes poor Jarius doubt himself. Maybe sometimes you should listen to the cool things going on in the background. Man, this is day and night with that 9-second cooldown. I need the pants, guys. I want to see how high we can do this. Like 34% with a 40% greater affix, and then we masterwork it. I mean, you could probably get the ancients down to like 5 seconds or something. And then it would be spammable versus bosses. At the end of the day, you could also take the ultimate cooldown reduction, right? Like cast ultimate cooldown reduction. I don't think it's needed, but you could. Technically, you could.
I thought he vowed to kill demons. Now he.
What does that even mean? How do we get
Wonder how low do you really need the cooldown on Call of the Ancients? Yeah, see, like with a greater affix, you can get 63.4%. That's crazy.
That was Belial. He
Have they disabled trading in D4? Not that I know. For Death Threat Rogues, temper overpowered damage up or per Darkshroud Shadow. Per Darkshroud Shadow is technically more damage if you then do play Darkshroud Shadows, but like honestly, if you already have overpowered damage tempered, you're fine too. But when we're talking about this stuff, like should you temper like per Darkshroud Shadow or overpowered damage? The difference is between hitting 15 billion and I don't know 16, 17 billion, right? The reason people have like the best tempers is for absolute maximum. You could also just simply temper critical strike damage and you would still be good, right? Okay, after this, we have to do the Pillars of the Deceiver. Oh, he just got nuked. we need to go for the vendor in a bit. And now the time has come, ladies and gentlemen. We have to go to the Palace of the Deceiver. Do I need to leave for this? I'm too impatient waiting for this quest to pop, right? Death Threat Rogue is forgiving. I was running -2 affixes and didn't notice anything. Death Threat Rogue is crazy. Why am I not getting this quest? I'm here. Oh, I gotta get more reputation to get the quest. I'm gonna kill Lord Zur for that. You know what? The best thing to do right now would be try to kill a tier 3 Lord Zur, and then we get the reputation, right? And hopefully we get the recipe soon for my tempering. We're killing everything really easy. I do believe we should be strong enough for tier 4 bosses. I don't know why I tier 3 bosses. I don't know why I think I'm too weak, but I should be more than strong enough. Let's see. What kind of potion could I drink? Technically a lucky hit potion. Oh, wow, okay, poor guy. Holy. Chad, he just got beaten by a bunch of barbarians. We're fishing for not an ugly ugly bastard helmet in greater affix anyways. Yeah, why did I think I was having like so few damage? I mean, seriously. Ladies and gentlemen, why did I think I don't have damage? Oh, a greater affix item from this? That's uncommon. Oh no, a Belial? That's like, it's been a hot minute since I have actually faced this guy. I haven't seen him in so long. That would kill me. But I was pretty sure I could survive that. Oh, I guess. GG. Belial. I would not survive that. 2 critical strikes and overpower damage scale off each other. So you have the critical strike. Oop. You have critical strikes that scale with critical strike damage, and overpower that scales with overpower damage. But critical strikes and overpower multiply each other up as well. So if you do a overpower, and if that overpower also critical strikes, then yes, you do a critical strike overpower. And that critical strike overpower, in fact, does tons of damage. Okay, so these thingies, when they explode, you actually need to dodge them. I thought you could just ignore it. I'm gonna be honest, I thought you could just ignore it. Right? You like, just no F's given. Looks like you actually gotta care. We're getting another expansion next year. Not before next year. So yes, there is another expansion coming. But it is still far out. I mean, we got season 9, 10, 11, I think, before the next season. They did not want to release it this year, as they don't want to create this impression that every year we will get an expansion. So that's what they want to avoid. So you're not getting hyped like, wow, every year an expansion. Whoop, 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 whoop. No. Also, I'm not sure like how much they want to change the game again, because if you remember correct, the first expansion drastically changed the game. I mean, we get a new maximum level, we get new torment tiers and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not sure, like, is the next expansion going to be as drastic as or not? Right? What's your plan there, Blizzard? To not potentially overdo it. That's why they said that every year would be an expansion. At the very beginning, they said that, Newman. But then this year, they had another interview where they said that the idea of every year an expansion is unfeasible. And they're going to change their philosophy to every time an expansion where it makes sense. Yeah. Right. Sounds like the same, but it's not the same. They kind of notice, you know what? Every year an expansion might be just like not really working correct. How do I unlock the Lilith boss power? You kill Lilith on Torment 1. You don't have to kill her Torment 2, 3, or 4. Torment 1 is enough. I'd like for them to bring a sort of heaven map Diablo 3 had fighting Inarius EDC. Well, Inarius is dead, Jacob. And the way how angels work, angels get born from the World Stone. So we're never going to see Inarius again. We're going to see an angel that is going to fill the role that Inarius filled, but it's not going to be Inarius. That's at least how I understand angel lore. Because they get born out of the World Stone, but there's like a cap on angel maximums. So there can be like at any given time only 50 angels, right? And like we're currently waiting for the new Inarius. There is no building yet. Is this the best barb build? A Summoner Barb is currently the best barb build, yes. That being said, I'm not sure what the update did to Whirlwind Barb, if it made it much better. I loved Inarius. Inarius was a twat. Hello? I mean, I loved his design, but he was a twat. And he was a whiner, too.
What is reality?
A twatty whiner. I said it. I'm not taking it back. When he's like, me, heaven kicked me out because I had sex with a demon and I made sanctuary. Please, heaven, take me back. You maybe don't have sex with demons, Inarius. Goddamn loser. So no one in heaven actually cares about you. It wasn't terrible. I'm with you. Is the grandfather mythic good for barbs? No barb build really needs it, but you can use it still. That went easy. That wasn't real Belial. That was just Belial. That was just Belial for... For the quest. Now comes real Belial. Wouldn't have a pop at Lilith, though. We understand. Who can blame Inarius? Okay, let's see what's happening now, chat. Okay. Use the overhack cooldown. Oh. Oh my goodness, why am I pet fingering buttons? Okay, we had like our bunch of lads like beating him up. Okay, this one better than expected. I love to see it, chat. Come on, come on, come on. Well, we really had him like absolutely swarmed there. Let's do now Lord Zur's loot because we're looking for Ugly Bastard Helmet, okay? And we're looking for the pants with a greater affix. So that would be now my goal is to get Ariad's Bearing and Ugly Bastards in greater affixed. We didn't even get it remotely. Wait, they were both from Lord Zur. I'm not wrong, correct? I'm not wrong, gonna be wrong. I like how we can actually use Lilith hero power for this. And done. Trader's Husk. What's there? There's my pans. And pans with double greater affix, chat. Ooh, ladies and gentlemen, please. The problem is, so you need the pans with a greater affix, right? But you also need them with the earthquake damage rolled and the dust devil damage rolled as high as possible. By the way, wife sent me a message. Sorry, my child is having school evaluation medical appointment. So I need to listen to this quickly. Okay. All right. It's important. Like before your child goes to school in Germany, she needs to go like through a wow. Hey Chad, look. I got the two things I don't need. Or are we using Ugly Bastard Helmet? Cooldown reduction for... Wait. I think you're using it for the fire damage increase. For the area it's bearing too. Because Mudok ignites the earth, burning enemies for an additional damage. And that damage also gets multiplied upwards by all the summoning damage and all the stuff you're doing. And with the Ugly Bastard Helmet, you are actually getting the damage of Mudok up as well. While you're getting the ranks to... Which ranks are we getting boosted up again? To Prolific Fury and Aggressive Resistance. That might be enough to validate it, to be honest. Okay, that's Temerity. That's Ugly Bastard Helmet. That Ugly Bastard Helmet is worse than what I have. Okay, so these pans are worse than the pans I have. Great. Love to see it. I mean, right now we're also hoping to get recipes from him because, like, actually Belial can drop recipes. In case you didn't know that, Chad. Oh, I thought he's actually going to whack me. I'm surprised he didn't. Okay, summon 12 ancients. Oh, I saw 200 million, by the way, Chad. Yep. Doing the damage. Lord Zur. Hands, sword. Well, I know you have recipes in there. Little shit. Dr. Q Soul, thank you very much for the 66 months of support. We're working towards the 100, my friend. Wow, again, resistance to all elements. I mean, let's be fair, this one is already better than the one I have on, right? It does more damage and everything. So even if I put that one just on to kill him now a little bit faster, I will kill him faster. I will have more resistances. So it's not even bad to have, right? Ta-da. Brings me down to 9 seconds again. Why third blade? Oh, third blade is pretty simple. So rupture has no cooldown. If rupture has no cooldown, I can spam rupture. And if I can spam rupture, I make overpower earthquakes that do a lot of damage, and I can do a lot of lucky hit because rupture has an insane lucky hit. And the insane lucky hit of rupture allows me then to reduce my cooldowns further than they have ever been, and then I do insane damage. So yeah, that's why we do rupture there. And if we spam rupture, we trigger the Rage of Harrogath, and then we reduce cooldowns, and then with the reduction of the cooldowns, we get ourselves the ulti more often. We got it finally, Chad. Finally, the heavy hitter. After all this time. I'm not the only one who gets the menu pop up. It's just me and fat fingering things. I mean, when I spam 1, 2, 3, 4, I tend to, for obscure reasons, also hit the other keys. Make out of that what you want. Good. We get another pants, another ugly bastard helmet. Way too many swords. We don't like it. Okay, that's 7 ranks to prolific fury, but I think I want aggressive resistance, right? What does prolific fury even do? Which one is prolific fury? Is fury generation is increased? Okay, I get that one. That wouldn't actually hurt to have. And aggressive resistance is which one again? Ah, that's aggressive resistance for more damage reduction. I get it. Oh, that's where I'm actually supposed to put the point in that I put. Where do I put? I put somewhere. Ah, these two. That point is supposed to end up here. Thank you. Because with that, you're going to have like good damage reduction. I see like prolific fury actually helps me with the resource regeneration for my thingy. I would get fury generation. You know what? I actually like the bastard salmon with the 7 rings in this because right now I'm playing. If I use my channel core skill, I get primary resource back. If I get more fury generation, then I can actually spam this without ever having to fear resource. That's pretty good. I can't make a character on expert. You can't make a character on expert, Moveface. You have to join the game on hard and then you jump into expert. That works. Always been that way. Yeah, for not being like for having like a slow crawl finish to like just blasting him, this feels really good. Okay, betrayer's us on Zur. Come on, I want to see those pants, chat. I want to see those pants with a greater affix cooldown reduction because that would be just absolute fire. Wow, this is a max damage roll. This is a good one in terms of max damage, but the problem is I need the pants with both, right? With the greater affix and the max damage. We can't have just one, we need both. That's resistance again. Ah, you gotta be kidding me. Why don't you just spit in my face? What build do you recommend for a fresh level 60 barb without all aspects? Neris, I did this. I did this barb, from level 1 to now in 6 hours or so. The thing is, even if you have 0 aspects, you can still play this and it will still be relatively strong. And for the time being, you're mostly getting a bonus strength boost from Belial's boss power. So I used this boss power until Torment 2 pretty much for anything. Just easy squeezy lemon peasy. But yeah, I leveled with the Call of the Ancient builds. I went through the Torment tiers with the Call of the Ancient builds. Like there was no not doing that. Okay. We're gonna keep the bearing and we're gonna keep the helmet. I'm gonna put the helmet on. Because that helmet here, with the 7 ranks to Prolific Fury, really makes my... Yeah, that's 9 ranks to Prolific Fury, and that means I will get 54% Fury generation, which then has me, when I get 17 resource here, more resource than ever. So I'll truly just be always fully resourced up. That actually makes me happy, and I think it's a good play.
Color and brilliance.
Also, that master work to the fire damage, I think that's fine. Just do more fire damage, lucky hits. And your ancients, by the way, can drop this lucky hit as well. Just saying. In case you didn't know that. They can. Okay, now we're only missing the area it's bearing, chat. Should be possible, right? And I could wait until I can do him tier 4, but I don't think I will do that. Oh, that still kills you. Thought I could tank it. I can't. Can Dance of Knives make it to tier 4? Dance of Knives probably can make it to tier 4, but not without significant investment. Jobless Man. Ren, hello partner. The thing is that the Death Trap Rogue, as soon as you have Death Trap done, it's just easily in tier 4 without efforts, without trying, without even blinking, right? Whereas if Dance of Knives can make it, it is definitely with more investment than what Death Trap has. Right? Good. Come on, give me that what I'm looking for. I get the better cooldown reduction. I don't even care how much damage it does. I'm not even getting the cooldown. I am not getting the cooldown reduction. This is resistance again, chat. What is happening? Okay, I saw 200 million. That makes me happy. You know what? I'm gonna unbind that menu key. That's the only way how to not hit the menu key seems to be to unbind it. Generally speaking, almost every build can make it to tier 4. Not every build will be able to kill tier 4 bosses. Okay, this is very important. Not every build will be able to kill tier 4 bosses, because tier 4 bosses are truly something this season. Like, I'm not sure if Meteor could ever get to the point where it actually kills that, or Ball of Lightning, or whatever, for example. Like Blight Necro without the bugs, like, right? So there's tons of builds that might be able to do basic tier 4, but when it then comes down to tier 4 bossing, they might actually struggle. And that would be really bad, because like you don't only want to do tier 4, you also want to do tier 4 bossing, right? I mean, who goes into tier 4 without them wanting to kill these respective big guys? You want to do both. Will Boulder Druid do tier 4 bossing? Yes, David. We did this live on stream. Boulder Druid can do tier 4 bossing. It is weaker in tier 4 bossing than Death Trap Rogue, for example, but it still does it plenty fine. Nothing here. Let's try to get the Tempers done. Let's destroy this all. Okay, I'm gonna take my weapon tempers, and we're looking for this. We want to get 4 ranks into heavy hitter, right? Belligerence. 2 ranks into heavy hitter. 4 ranks into heavy hitter. There you go. Why is 4 ranks into heavy hitter so important? That is now instantly here. 15% more damage per rank. Yeah. We're gonna take this one and we'll do the same. Warpath. Heavy hitter. Belligerence. Belligerence. Heavy hitter. Done. And then last but not least. Belligerence. Hitter. Warpath. Scroll. And I'm not going to care about masterworking this perfectly, right? I want to hit the masterwork 1 time, but I also don't have the resources to really go for this. So right now we're just going to masterwork these all basically to get it forward. It's looking good. So right now I got 10 more rings. So I increased my damage by 150% multiplier. So let's check how fast we're now killing Belial, okay? Because we killed Belial plenty quick with like a 200 million. So how much more damage is it now? What are we expecting, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, there's a 300 million, 400 million. 700 million just with the temper, not even the masterwork temper, right? Just with the temper. Ta-da. Minion Necro tier 4 bosses, yes. Minion Necro does tier 4 bosses, and if you get the good masterworks, which I don't have, it does it actually really good. So Minion Necro has like a substantial amount. That was 800 million too. So suddenly, with the temper, we go from 100 million to almost 1 billion. That's so frustrating. Why I was so annoyed about like waiting for this temper, because I just really wanted to have it to go crazy. Like, hello? Why am I waiting here? God, this is so much damage suddenly. I mean, we're definitely ready for tier 4 now, but not tier 4 bosses, I think. Give me those pans. I really, really want pans, 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 pans. Neil, we can do tier 4 Infernal Hordes today if you want to. I think. How do you always have full fury? Haha, come closer, Lemming Twitch, and kiss me. Wait, so sorry, Prime sub. It's all about the Prime subs. I'll show you in a second. We're using this rune combo. Cast a non-channeled core skill, get 17 resource. Okay. And the interesting part is we also do have fury generation. That is not listed here because we're not berserking. I think it's only listed when we're berserking. Fury generation 115.5%, which means I get 34 resource when I cast rupture, and my rupture only costs 74 resource. Ergo, if I now spam rupture, right, I get my resource back due to this because it's cast a non-channel core skill. Rupture is a non-channel core skill, and that easily then allows me to just go away. Ta-da. How do you always say rupture up? Third blade. Weapon mastery skill is a core skill.
I'm back if you need the forge.
That's it. Okay, how many more Belials do you think will it take to get the pants I'm looking for, chat? Huh? How many more Belials will it take? Dude, damage is just crazy. The funny part is, I am sitting now at many Belials without a mythic. So you think, Pony, like, you surely have all the mythics because you have been doing so many Belials. Surely, Pony, surely. The answer is surely not. Woo, ladies and gentlemen, finally, we got it. And it's not even a bad roll. I think I'm gonna take this one. So how many tries is it gonna take? Zero, chat. We're there, they've arrived. Yeah, boy. Another way for getting the husks. The best way to get the husks is to take your money and buy the husks from ethically sourced traders. So from people with Chinese names that are called John, Dave, Francis, you know, those Chinese names, that will sell you like 200 husks for 1 billion gold. And you're like, cool, thank you, appreciate it. So yeah, that's what you should do. You don't want to do that? Well, boo-hoo. That's the way. Look at this, chat. Look at this. Absolute beauty. That's what we're talking about. Bam! Bam! Take me, officer. Take me, officer. I'm coming with you. I robbed the bank. Yes, I did. It is I, the bank robber. Good. So, now we get 74.4% cooldown reduction. Spiritborn now playable. No, weaker than ever, my friend. Weaker than ever. Okay, let's jump into tier 4 and then do a tier 4 in front of Horde. I'm hitting way more mythics after the patch. Confirmation bias. You're not. It's just, you're just lucky right now. It seems like you're hitting more. Okay, let's see. Oh wow, this is what we're talking about, guys. We're down to 9.5 seconds cooldown now. I guess at some point there's not more cooldown to be gotten. I wonder if the cooldown actually changes now if I change something. Why I can, by the way, now finally change my power. I do believe there's like a limit. I don't think I can get it below 9.5 seconds. So this might be the lowest I can go with the stuff I have, which means I can actually change a temper on the amulet. Let's get one. Ooh. It's the best Necro leveling build minions. Okay, we're soon gonna see the first billion damage. So, by the way, chat, this whole damage is without one legendary glyph, right? So we get this right now. But all our glyphs are like 20, 22, 15, 16. So they're all extremely low. Almost died there because I don't have elemental resistances. Where can you find this build? Well, we haven't put a guide out yet, but the guide should be out tomorrow morning. The planner should be out today, probably. Is super simple to put together. You shouldn't struggle with your Barbarian. It's all about summons this season. And the advantage is, so your summons are getting everything you get. So if you get crit, your summons get crit. And your ancestral guys are actually counted as summons now. Which really means if I get 100% damage bonus, then these guys that are popping out of me get 100% damage bonus. If I get, you know, 100% lucky hit chance, they also get 100% lucky hit chance. And well, with all the damage bonuses that Barbarian has in general, you're suddenly sitting at millions and millions of damage being done by the lads. Not by me, by the lads. Well, let's get this Wrathglyph up. Actually, not the Wrathglyph. The Rumble can go up now. No, wait. We can get the Wrathglyph up so I can change things. Yep. No, we need to teleport out of here. Yeah, super fast leveling, minimal investment. Exactly. The fastest way to level in Season 8, you take this boss power. Oops, that's the wrong one. I lied to you. You take this boss power and just level with it. Which glyphs do we want? I'm currently playing a combination of Wrath, Rumble, Challenger, Executioner, and Ire. And aspect-wise, you focus on earthquake damage, and I'm not even there. I'm at 125% of 200% earthquake damage. Yep, I have a very low aspect here, Chad. There's so much more damage I can weasel out of this. Okay, we're going into tier 4, and I'm going to do 1 Torment 4 Infernal Horde. Let's see how efficient I can do it. I will do a 10er, because I want to see the full breadth and scope. My Executioner isn't that polearm damage. Well, polearm damage goes to our minions too, and I have a polearm. David? Neil, you were ready. I thought you weren't ready, Neil. Sorry. I thought I read like from 12 on. Don't you have to look out for the summer hires, Mr. Neil? So I'm now playing together with a lightning spear sword, chat. Can I just go AFK? Like, seriously? Yeah, we gotta figure out, like, the cooldown thing, chat, because I'm down to 9.5 seconds now with my insane pants here with this 74% reduction, right? So we certainly have to look at the whole, how much cooldown does one actually need? Because I'm at 9.5% without the Urvar powers. Even if I take my ring off with 21%, right? I'm still at 9.5. So you notice I don't actually need all the tempers. I could change some tempers now to make things even more convenient for myself. We could probably get like an earthquake size temper or something like that done. Burning rain, burning rain. We are aiming for bosses, right? You always aim for bosses, Chad, for reputation. By the way, in case you missed it, with the Spectral Ash changes, Chad, you can use your Spectral Ash to get yourself bonus reputation too and buy caches. I haven't done that yet. I'll show you in a bit. Because they're actually like, the caches are crazy, but you can get so many of them now. So if you spam bosses and get Ash from spamming bosses, you actually now get more reputation than ever yeah. I was well win after the patch. Honestly, I haven't bothered checking. I love the Summoner Fantasy way too much to not play it. It's just brilliant. Look at Neil's gear. Oh, Neil is pretty PogChamp, chat. Like, look at that here. The double master worked. Shit happening. We can look at him between the face. Man's looking really good. He's been putting in those hours, chat. He's been grinding the grind. More than me. Okay, Neil. Got the quad affix arraignment. Yep, you see this correct, chat? 8 times masterwork, everything. Zeta bindings with double to primordial, triple affix too. Man's hot. Man's hot. The Tal Rashas with a double cooldown reduction. The double attack speed here. They're crazy. Burning Hellborn. Sure. You can use the scrolls to buy resplendent cash on the new character. Why can you buy it on the new? Oh yeah, sure. You can buy it on the new character. I was shortly confused. Sure. Yeah, you can use it on a new character. Instead of getting yourself the caches for maximum loot, you could use it on new characters to just pump the reputation. That is correct. How many scrolls would you need for a new character? That's an interesting thing to figure out. So what chat is saying is, if you get the reputation scrolls, you just get them on the new char. You need 59. I mean, that's actually quite expensive, because 59 scrolls, I think one scroll costs 3,000 reputation. It's not actually worth it. How does my build scale damage? That's actually very simple. So you got heavy hitter. Okay. Heavy hitter scales earthquake damage, ultimate skill damage, and dust devil damage. That means that your ultimate, where you have barbarians actually making earthquakes, gets double scaled. Because you have the ultimate skill damage that's being scaled. So the Call of the Ancients does more damage. But then on top of the Call of Ancients doing more damage, you are also scaling the earthquake damage that your Call of the Ancient makes. So that's a crazy double scaler. We are making earthquakes ourselves with what we're doing. We have the aspects that increase our summon damage, but then we have the aspects that also increase earthquake damage again. So that is, again, like a double scaler again. Then we have the boss power that gives us another 150% summon damage. So all our summons do 150% bonus damage. That means he's making an earthquake also that does base more damage, which then also again gets scaled up by our earthquake multiplier. So they're all like kind of feeding into each other to make themselves stronger. And all that, yeah. And if all my critical strike damage bonus also goes to my dudes, so they're making like do more damage with their crits as well, and therefore you just have your summons who go crazy. You can have a maximum of 12 summons, so that means you use your ulti 4 times, and then you use it again and again and again to make more summons. To pretty much, in a boss fight, have like 12 lads just go out there and clap everyone silly. Surging Hellborn. Sure, +1 Hellborn when spawned. The problem is we only have Hellfire spawns Hellborn, and now we get Surging Hellborn. That's actually a big scam, because Hellborn literally can't spawn from like the events actually. So they have to like randomly spawn from the Hellfire, where they won't come. But then we get another one. Dust Devil aspect on shouts as well. No, I'm not using currently the Dust Devil aspect on shouts. You could do that. There's nothing wrong with it. I just didn't seem to need it so far. And like you notice, we're doing all the damage already. But you could go for it. Anonymous, thank you for gifting us sub away. Anonymous, congratulations on your Berserk Force Charm. Need to try to get that one myself. Given point. So right now we would like to get Hellborn are hunting you, because we have actually like shitty things only. I mean, it's quite sad. Like, it's Hellfire Reigns, Hellborn spawn +1, Hellborn. This is a really bad run, Neil. We get robbed. Where to farm ancestral yellow items? Why would you want to farm ancestral yellow items? From Torment 1 on, yellow items will be auto salvage. So they still drop, but they're being auto salvaged. If I want to, with Barb, what kind of starter do I use? You start leveling with this build. The thing is, so I leveled with this build using the lunging strike and then the Moni Tech runes. Moni Tech says, cast 2 mobility skills, and then you have with Tech do earthquake. So you pretty much hold down your right mouse button, you jump forward, and you make earthquakes. And these are from level 1 to level 60 on, enough to actually level you all the way through and kill everything. Okay, how about we get something good here? Another Surging Hellborn. That's robbery. We get +2 Hellborn if Hellborn spawn, but they only spawn from Hellfire. Oh Lord, I have never been robbed this hard, ladies and gentlemen. Neil, we have been robbed. I am not feeling well, Mr. Stark. I'm not feeling so well. sad face. Well, we should be able to, I guess, at least get like 400 ether out of this, huh? This is something they really need to fix for Infernal Hordes, right? Because it's just like, it can't be that we're struggling so much to get a good something. Do I need max CDR to play Builder Druid? Why would you think that? Please explain. You need the aspect that makes Builder a core skill. Maybe you missed that part because there's an aspect that makes Builder a core skill, and that's why you feel you need more cooldown reduction, but you truly actually don't need more cooldown reduction. So I hope that helps you. Inflation sucks. Actually, the prices of things have been going down. That's usually like the sign a dupe was discovered, chat. When the prices of items start going down, then a dupe was discovered most of the time. The widely known dupe. Okay, finally summoned Aether Lords. Jesus. That took us too long, Neil. I'm sad that there's like only a variety of 2 Aether Lord stuff. So you have like summoned Aether Lords, right? And then you have the teeming masses. But I kind of feel like there should be more in general, right? There should be like more like that. Then Aether Lords are enraged. There's always spawning 2 Aether Lords instead of 1 Aether Lords. Aether Lords have a big donk suddenly. So there's so many things that could like be added bonus to like the basicness that we have right now. Replace Aether Lord with Lilith. And suddenly you're just being assaulted by multiple Lilith and you're like, bring it, mommy. I'm ready. This is the death I've been yearning for. Squish me. Okay, finally, we still don't have Hellborn stuff. And they have to all go through the phases as well. I'm really excited to see what they do with the Infernal Hordes during the season. I mean, for me personally, the biggest change to the game, or like honestly, what will make me play more is a leaderboard for the Infernal Hordes. I'm not letting go of this idea. I want a leaderboard that kind of tracks like how many events have you done, how many monsters have you killed, how fast have you been through. Right, like in terms of introduce something that could either shorten the timer, increase the timer, something like that. I don't know. Add more waves to it, right? Have I done like 10 waves? Can I go for 20 waves if I wanted to? Can I go for Infernal Hordes Extreme? But give me a leaderboard and give me rewards for fighting in the leaderboard. I would do nothing else but Infernal Hordes if there was an Infernal Hordes leaderboard. The ultimate Infernal Hordes build on every class. Oh, yeah, we're being hunted. You know, Neil's fighting the boss. I'm fighting these 2 Hellborn. Come on, boys, beat him up. I still didn't fix the wave counter. I don't care about the wave counter. What I want / need is, I need my... come on, brain, say it. Say it. I need my... Why would you say it? The Aether counter to work. Right? Wait, waves, whatever. But the Aether counter, that one needs to work. Okay. What kind of weapon do I want? I want one with a strength attribute, right? Yeah. I'll open up another one in a second, Neil. I need to check my reputation where I'm at. When did Undercity become so trivial, by the way? Undercity has always been trivial. I mean, at the start of season 6, it was probably like still trying to understand what's actually going on, right? But then it just became trivial. I got a Godslayer crown with cooldown reduction, damage to elites. The third blade with bonus vulnerable damage. I guess. I mean, it's better than what I have right now, so I might as well. You only have 110 way forts. I'm so sorry for your loss, Neo. 105% weapon mastery damage. I guess that's the most I can expect. How many mythics do gut with a new mechanic? Which mythics? Which new mechanic? Which? Good morning, Unipunta. Good to see you there, sir. Okay, I got tons of Opticite, but what I'm missing is Veiled Crystals a bit. So I just gotta farm some more items to get myself more crystals. Minion Necro is still kind of mad. I like to just backseat and everything dies. Minion Necro is great, actually, but you need to actively do something, yes. If you want your Minion Necro to do a lot of damage. I mean, right now, the aspect of the Fell Gluttony is actually doing 10, 20, 30, 40 billions of damage, which is really cool. Your Army of the Dead is nuking. It feels good. You're still missing an actual minion core skill. So yeah, it is really sad that with the minions, you're forced to actually play... what was it called again? You're forced to play Blight as your core skill instead of using an actual minion core skill. Unless that gets fixed, minions will never feel good. But don't get me wrong, I don't understand how Blizzard does not figure out that if I'm playing minions, I don't want to use a shadow core skill to make my minions do more damage. I want a minion core skill where I can either explode my minions, kill command, minion sword slashes, I don't know, a frost bomb. I definitely have to say Path of Exile 2 had the right idea there. I mean, skeletal snipers have gas arrows, right? Skeletal mages have either a frost bomb or a lightning attack. The broods have a stun. Like, every minion has like their own speciality, their own attack that you can use. That feels so good in Path of Exile 2. And you can make whole builds around it, right? You can make builds around the archers. You can make builds around the mages. That's truly something that's missing here. Like, it's just one hodgepodge of minions. I mean, the minions in Diablo are probably the most uninspired minion mechanic ever existed in an ARPG. It's still fun to play. I mean, I like Army of the Dead nuking, so that's fun, but yeah. Okay, summoned Hellborns. Finally, chat. Finally, the actual Hellborns. Rock, last time you played was Vessel of Hatred. It was super unplayable and laggy. I don't remember the Vessel of Hatred launch having performance issues. That being said, the performance seems to be good. Now, generally speaking, if you haven't improved your PC, it could still be that you're suffering the same issues as before, so that you don't have enough RAM, or your RAM is shitty, or you have a shitty CPU. So there are many reasons why your performance is lagging. Lacking. Performance seems to be so far so good. I mean, I haven't had any problems. You could run into that black screen of death error, so that would be sad. Okay, this one is not going to be like a 400 horde. Surging Hellborn. That's what we're talking about, chat. That's what we're talking about. Okay, we got double Hellborn, double Aether. Wave 4. That's actually pretty early. Surging Hellborn here. That's pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie. I know issues any other season. Yeah, I mean, your PC seems to be what mine is doing. I have no issues. AMD gang. Again, if you have any struggles, chat. So generally speaking, there was some engineer talk recently in the creator Discord. And if you have any performance issues, you might want to check and update your BIOS. It could help. Like 2 creators have been having very big issues with the game, crashes, that kind of stuff, performance. And after upgrading their BIOS, these issues have been fixed. So that might help, might not help you if you still have issues. Just saying. Okay, another Surging Hellborn, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring it. I should have taken the Teeming Mosses though, but I really wanted to have the maximum amount of Opticide I can get here. Not updated the BIOS yet. I mean, I don't remember. I think I updated my BIOS start of the year. But the only thing I don't regularly update. They wouldn't be able to fix the wave counter. Hey, but they got the Aether counter fixed. Come on. Who cares about the wave counter? The Aether counter. So we're bothing in Aether right now. Don't mind me, just picking up Aether. We've created so much that I'm just busy picking that one up now. Okay, 400. Teeming Mosses or Summon? Yeah, Teeming Mosses over Summon Lords because it's double. New Spark Farm meta. I would still really not call it the meta, my friend. Because the amount of farm that is necessary for that is nothing the casual player will actually do. Much. I mean, it's still a thing you can obviously do. You know, make a double swing barb work well in tier 4. Well, they really wanted to buff double swing, but I don't think they did buff it enough. I mean, I don't think double swing is going to hit for billions, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not imaginative enough. Right? That's that. Why do you have so much cooldown? Well, so I have only 9.5 second cooldown of Call of the Ancients, and if I do this, I get a tons of cooldown reduction. The way how we're getting the cooldown reduction is simple. We have the Rage of Harrogeth, that if we inflict bleeding on enemies, we get cooldown reduction. And by sticking our sword into an enemy, and then exploding it, we get cooldown reduction. So I'm to use the Ancients, then I stick that in, and then I get the cooldown reduction. Boom. And then we can use it again. And then I find a bunch of enemies, and then I stick my sword in, and boom, get a bunch of cooldown reduction, and so on. Like, the rest is history. So, and how do you get so much lucky hit? Well, I'm sitting at a 106% lucky hit, and that is all due to the Fists of Fate. So we're playing Fists of Fate here. They have 106% lucky hit chance bonus, and that helps a lot to get this rolling. This is actually really nice. The build feels a lot like Death Traps in terms of getting everything together. Because once you get all the pieces and everything adds up, it's going crazy. But even if you don't have all the pieces, it's already working. Like, I've been pretty much playing this build from level 1 on, right? All the way to 60 without any alterations in my skill tree or whatsoever. So, like, just the same skill tree from 1 to 60 to Torment 4. And the same skills as well. Just rune setup, and then the uniques have been changing to boost us even further. Okay, what do we have here? Exalted Hordes, faster events. Oh lord, oh lord, oh lord. That's wave 8 with 600, Neil. I mean, this should be 1,000 plus. Because these are giving us so much ether. Like when we get to see one bunch of them is just like, yikes. Now we get faster events, which is great anyways. And then, like, we get faster events, which is great anyways. And then we only get soul spires. Great. This is a robbery. You have been robberied. Oh, that lightning spear, when it, like, just crests these guys, they just die. Where do you keep opening the emote wheel? Well, the emote wheel is on... Where's it actually on? Oh, on E. So when I press 4, which is my Call of the Ancients, I tend to press E as well. That's how it happens. I need to probably just rebind the keys so that doesn't happen. I could also change the actuation of my keys on this keyboard. Oh, Exalted Hellborn. There we go. Okay, that was wave 9. Okay, this is definitely going to be over 1,000. I mean, we were just at 670, right? And now at 800. So almost 200 ether for one goddamn wave. Holy moly, chan. Legal Christ the Almighty. Come here, my friends, the Almighty. This is it, chat. This is the wave. Now we just need one more Ether Lords at the very end, and we're good to go. Is there a reliable way to farm lair boss keys? Helltides. Helltides gives the most lair boss keys. It literally gives you everything. So you get the blood from Zur, you can get distilled fear there, you get the steel for Grimoire. You get all of it. And you get the malignant hearts. Exalted Hellborn again, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get ready to rumble. That was a surging Hellborn now. Ether, like they give us +5 ether and we're spawning +2 Hellborns, right? Okay, like I mean seriously, what the fuck? It was a lucky one. Yeah, also Oath, like if you do the Oath scrolls on new characters, you're also getting tons of stuff. I can show you the Oath scrolls in a bit. Should be able to get them already. Yeah, that's a decent amount of. Nice, ladies and gentlemen. Look at us. Look at us. 1,200 ether. It was pretty nice. I like it. Diamond K. Thank you for the Prime subscription and support. Welcome to the Knights of the Round Table. Thank you for supporting the channel, everyone. Thank you for still having interest in Diablo 4, chat. I know the overall YouTube interest, Twitch interest might have waned, but hey. We don't mind playing. That's another amulet. I'm still hoping to get like a good amulet out of this in the long run with like a greater affix to strength. Don't have that yet. Attack speed, not bad. Maximum life, not bad. Can use. Okay, wait, let me actually make my thing for Karagar. Neil, don't open a new one. I think I need to try some stuff now. I need to level some glyphs. I've been struggling to get in front of compasses. You kill Uber Belial and he just drops compasses like there's no tomorrow. Okay, thank you, Mr. Neo. Put these two goodies away. Gonna craft it up, return back to the city. Not sure why it's waiting so much. I mean, the game is in a good state and the game is really fun to play, Koji. It's just that Twitch interest is fickle, you know? YouTube interest is actually better because, well, people on YouTube, they just watch you play games because they enjoy the games that they're looking for. But Twitch interest is slower lived. So these are the old scrolls from her. You can only buy them, like you have to do this quest, right? You gotta go up to tier 9 rewards before you can't do this. Then you get the scrolls from her. You get like some here. And these scrolls, they sadly don't stack, but you can actually give them, like you can put them into your box, right? And these scrolls are giving you, how much reputation was it again? We're at 1,000. I think they give 12k reputation. So here, no, 6k reputation. So it's kind of nice. You can actually push your rep really fast. And you can use these scrolls now on a new character too, if you so wish to. So like if I wanted to now get my here Resplendent Spark, right? I would just have to buy like a ton of these scrolls to get them. So you buy all these scrolls and then you would make a new character, start the quest, and then feed scrolls into him. That's possible. And in order to get more ash for more scrolls, you could just spam bosses, right? Choose whatever you'd like to do. Yeah, Belial gets the most. You can farm Belial. I think like not the thing I want to do for my mythics, right? I mean, right now, if I want that mythic, I'll just go kill Belial. The amount of boss mats you get from this as well. Oh, not only boss mats, you also get cool uniques. Train. So it's kind of like, it's an interesting farm for sure. If you do really want to have all the mythics, it might be the easiest way to get the mythics. Can you use Starless for Boulder Druid? Yes, you can use Starless for Boulder Druid. Absolutely. You're not going to use the conceited aspect then that I've been using. Oh shit! I actually didn't check if I can do it on tier 4. Yeah, I don't think I'm strong enough to do him on tier 4 yet. Yeah, I need to master work a bit more. Oops. I thought I'm still in tier 3. You know, in tier 3 I could have done him. Yeah, definitely. We don't want to have the level of power yet, chat. Okay, so if I avoid all his damages and if I make sure to not randomly die, then maybe I could do it. Maybe. I can kill tier 3 Belial. Now what we can do though is I think we could jump to 65 pit. We did the 55 pit already and we've gotten stronger since then. We need to certainly try to masterwork our gear now to get the heavy hitter up. And I just want one masterwork on the heavy hitter. That's the minimal I want to achieve. And I'm a happy little potato. Did I just see a billion damage or did I just imagine seeing a billion damage, Chan? We're certainly doing hundreds of millions. Hey, chat, imagine Summoner Barbarian being stronger than Summoner Necromancer. This is why I wanted to play Summoner Barbarian, by the way. Because imagine the best summoner in the game is a barb. Because let me check my notes. Blizzard. Why wouldn't Barbarian be the best summoner? Axia, thank you for the Prime Gaming subscription. Axia, thank you for the Prime Gaming support. Very good to see you there, Axia. Special pleasure. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining us. Lightning Spear Sword also summons. Yeah, but you don't feel your summons as much as these here. And these are cool barbarian dudes, barbarian duding around. But I will not argue that point, Mr. Neil. I will agree with you. Especially since Barb. By the way, can Barb actually use the Nagu rune? Because technically we're maintaining 6 summons all the time, Chad. Does that mean we can actually use the Nagu rune if we wanted to? Not that we needed. Just a shower thought, I guess. Oh, that's the boss fight already. Whee! The fun part is that there's so much scaling still left for us, right? We've barely started scaling this. There's so much still left masterworking wise and all that kind of shabang bang. Okay, I can get Wrath up almost. That's +3. Take the +3s as long as we can. All right, as many +3s as we got going on. Okay, wish there was a rune that would allow necromancers to summon that many barbs. I mean, I wish there was anything to scale the amount of summons. It feels so bad that we have nothing to scale the amount of summons. Like, hello? What's the VOD? Yeah, honestly, like, the Melted Heart of Selig was scam. It was scam. Okay, so what we need to do right now is we need to go masterworking, guys, and I need to reset the masterworking here, and I need to try to hit the heavy hitter, right? And if I'm not hitting the heavy hitter, I need to keep resetting things, and then I need to start yelling at the wall because I'm not hitting heavy hitter, and I'm gonna be like, what the fuck is this, Blizzard? Why are you not letting me hit heavy hitter? I hate you so much. This is also why I could never max out a barbarian, right? Because you don't need to do this on 1 weapon, you need to do this on 3 weapons. I mean, like seriously, right? So I need to get the ranks here to heavy hitter. That was actually really quick in comparison. Oh my lord! Officer, take me! Take me, officer! FBI, open up! Sorry, not sorry. And suddenly we're sitting at 19 ranks. This was just like so much more damage, right? By the way, if I go for 1 more rank, does the heavy hitter not go up to 9 on this weapon? No, wait. Yeah, it goes up to 10 actually. So now let's do a pit 65. I like, if I'm not seeing 1 billion damage now, I quit. Okay, Chad. Because we officially just got another 100% damage bonus to the damage we've been dealing anyways. Yeah, 1.5 billion. There we go, chat. We did it. The character is 7 hours old. He's in the billions already. He's going through Torment. And we're still not maxed out. I mean, I haven't even masterworked my other weapon, right? 2.2 billion. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, the man, the myth, the barbarian. And no glyph is 45. I'm just saying it once more. This is just not okay, Chad. Not a single glyph is 45, by the way. So we're missing all the legendary bonuses. Yeah, I gotta say, Earthquake Barbarian last season my favorite build, and it seems like that Summoner Barbarian is actually developing to be my absolute favorite build this season. I thought it was Death Trap Rogue because Death Trap Rogue is so brilliant, but Summoner Barb has just a level of joy to play because it's a summoner. But how can Barb just? And I can see Blizzard next season actually just nuking the passive skill. Sadly, Avazaris, thank you for the Prime Gaming subscription. Avazaris, good to see their partner. Hope you're doing well. Great to have you with the family. Axia also, again, sorry if I missed that earlier. So you're kind of like have Barb with all these fancy builds, and like the fun part is, so they wanted Mighty Throw Barb to be the next one. But yeah, I can't see them let Heavy Hitter be this way. I mean, I love that Heavy Hitter is this way because it gives Barb an easy way to power, at least Earthquake and Dust Devil Barbs. But I guess as long as Heavy Hitter exists, none of the other Barb builds will be able to come even remotely close to this. Right? That might be a bit of a bummer. Because why bother with any other build if you got like with every rank like a 15% damage multiplier to your ulti. Well, regardless what they'll do, it's fun right now. So what can I say? More barbarians, more barbarians. Okay, we need to masterwork the next weapon as well, ladies and gentlemen. Good. Now let's see the boss fight damage. Oh, well, we finally died. Whoa. That hasn't happened in a hot minute. Well, we should maybe check our resistances because I actually don't know where we're sitting at here. Ah, well, that explains it. Ah, well, that kind of explains it, I guess. No shadow resistance. Shouldn't have died there. Let me get Wrath up. So that's Wrath. Next level, I can get it to Legendary. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, back to Karagar. Is Pep Barb still better? Pep Barb is amazing. Can you boost me up to level 60, Animal? No. Getting to 60 is like a little affair of 2 hours of having fun. No level 60 boosting in this house. Heavy hitter. Heavy hitter. Heavy hitter. Yay. Okay, so we get heavy hitter to 12. I kind of want to see what happens if I get this weapon fully masterworked up. Ah, sad face. I got robbed, chat. Only 10 more ranks. Okay, so a grand total of 22 ranks. I know people that take this serious have like over 30 ranks, right? Into heavy hitter. That's that. We need more strength because right now my bonus is here only at 130%. It's actually pretty weak if you think about it. I guess I could get more strength with the challenger glyph in the long run because you play challenger, right? But I only have 40 strength popping here. So if I would just take more strength, that could be a thing. Right? Like if you take these 3 points to boost the strength further. But not challenger. I need the one thingy that boosts, what was it called again? That makes strength more strengthening. Once you get gifts to legendary, is there any point to level them further except for pit pushing? Nope, no. Once you have them to legendary, you're good, and then you never have to care again. That's what I do. I get my glyphs to legendary, and then I stop. And people are like, but why would you do that? Yeah, well, I know, like, why would you genuinely, like, actually want to push your things further? By the way, my earthquakes deal only 60 instead of 120% more damage, chat. Yep. There's a vastly improved version of what I have right now. So now we're doing 92%. That's good. Do we have our summons finally in better? Because we don't have the summon aspects maxed out, Chad. Yep. Ancestral charge, that's good. This would be ancestral echoes. This would be ancestral charge. Yep. That's now 35% instead of 28. So that's an improvement. And the other one is still 27. I mean, 27 is better than 22. So slight improvement here as well. So we're not even there, right? I don't understand. I've been around Paragon 200 for 3 days and I can't get past pit tier 45. I have the proper build. Which build? Done. The Barbarian build. Or which build? We need more intel to tell you what you're doing wrong. And I can tell you what you're doing wrong. Oh, 3 billion, Chad. Woo! See, like, slight increase in aspects, and suddenly you are doing even more damage. It's good to see. I also know what it like now takes to take it even further. How much damage do you need for pit 100? You do not only need a lot of damage, you also need perseverance. I mean, in order to do pit 100, you need to really work on your perfect masterworks. So, for example, if I want to go for pit 100, I need to at least double masterwork every single heavy hitter. Not single masterwork, at least double, if not triple masterwork, to be honest, to actually get there. Because you not only need 1 billion, you need like 10, 20 more billion damage. Like you need the max. I got the uniques, I got full ancestrals. I guess I'm kind of liking the masterworks. People get their gear up so quick, I don't understand. I lack crystal veils, I guess. Well, if you're lacking with Deathtrap Rogue, it could be a number of things. You might not have the 275 energy. You might not have the right amount of cooldown reduction. You might not understand that you need to use Conceal before every single death trap, technically. You don't have enough life because overpower damage is mostly after life. You forget to get Fortify. So if you play Deathtrap Rogue, you also need to use the right Mercenary that actually gets you Fortify right here. Else you're gonna be missing like half of your damage pretty much, because overpower is life plus Fortify times the overpower damage then. Okay. Yeah. So now that we do the billion shot, now that we scaled, I should be able to do Torment 4 Belial, right? Well, we couldn't do him with the hundreds of millions, but now that we have tempered heavy hitter and brought that up, I should be able to knock out Torment 4 Belial. When it comes down to Death Trap and you still have questions, we have the full video up that actually explains everything in absolute in-depth. Small detail explanations. There we go. Do you need 275 energy for Death Trap Rogue? Yes, because with 275 energy, every single Death Trap is an overpower, which is another 5 seconds cooldown reduction, but it's also an overpower. And who doesn't want every single Death Trap to be an overpower? Oh, shit. I thought I could, like, fully just tank the blasts, but I can't. Not without maximum resistances. Is there a way to farm gold more efficiently this season? You do lair bosses until you get one cool item. That one cool item, or, like, the double GA item, if you get one, you just sell to someone who gives you a couple of billions for it. That's the most efficient farm this season. Just find someone in trade giving you billions for stuff. I know it's so stupid to say that, but it is and stays just the most efficient way, just to find some dude in trade that will just give you what you want. Very much. See, like now there's a double greater affix chest piece, and some builds need double greater affix chest pieces, I guess. That one is not good, so it's not worth anything. But it could have been. Okay, now Wrath is up, ladies and gentlemen. So we get another 8% critical strike damage bonus. That's great. And now we need to get Rumble up, because that would give us another 20% earthquake damage bonus. Now let's do the Deceiver. See if I can knock him out. That's the best way to get Ancestrals. The Tree of Whispers, the tributes for the Undercity, Bottering. And doing your Reputation. Reputation has a lot of Ancestrals in there as well. I'll have one of these, by the way, Chad. Do you want to see? Should we do it? Should we try to get a mythic? Finally? Okay, first and foremost, the Deceiver. Let's shank his booty. And now that we're dealing billions, we can at least do him. Oh no, 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 no. Sorry, I spammed the potion. Got it, shot. Still takes a bit longer than I want to, but we're getting there. What do I want? Nothing. That's the thing. What do I want? I guess a Fist of Fate with multiple greater affixes is the last thing I kind of want. I mean, greater affix boots could help. Look at my boots, chat. 716 item power. Oops. Oops. Probably a double greater affix pans is also helpful, because right now this one is double greater affix, but it doesn't have max damage. As you can see, the Dust Devils and the Earthquakes is not maxed. So if I find one with Dust Devils and Earthquakes maxed, that would be technically better. But triple GA, 290 Fists of Fate. Jeez. How? I'm calling hacks. His poison pools are really poisoning, like for people like me who just waltz in there. And also, well, I do actually have poison resistance. I get scammed. We wanted to kill Belial for the reputation. That's true. Because we were missing like a little bit last minute reputation. This time we did so much damage in comparison to the first time, right? Beautiful. No, thank you, Milky, for offering. I am happy with what my character has. Like, again, I am not looking to max out my characters. I have zero interest in that. It doesn't give me joy to max out a character. So when I play, I want to, like, with the stuff I find, I want to max it out, right? Like a reasonable maxing out, not like ask chat for all their stuff and then just see how high can we get. Because if you make, how do I say this now? If I see a build guide and someone talks about his build and he's literally wearing like 3 mythics, all perfectly masterworked and that kind of stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I don't actually care how strong you say your build is. With that gear, everything is strong. You know? So I prefer my builds to just be strong with like the basic gear, kinda. Because that keeps it real. It keeps it very real. What's up, Neil? You gonna see you there? It's just like how I enjoyed to play. Better boots are needed. Let's see. What do we have? Boots. What do I have my current boots have? They have poison resistance. I would have boots with maximum life and movement speed. I guess. And then we're gonna temper on them. Movement speed? No, you know what? Utility, I could temper on them. Enhanced rupture explosion size. So you can make the rupture explosion bigger and hit like the whole room, I guess. Okay. And then we're gonna re-roll the mana per second that it has into strength. Yeah, or could get ranks to Warcry, I guess, but before. And then we're going to get the Berserking aspect. Berserk. Ta-da! Enhance rupture explosion size. So now the rupture explosion hits like the whole room. So yay. That's good, right? Mr. God, good to see you there. And now let's actually get more glyphs to 45 because that's like the freest damage I'm missing. So I am doing plenty, but I am missing the freest damage available. That doesn't cost me anything but time, right? Like all this other damage, like I need to invest resources into to get that. But getting your glyphs up, like I like to call this the free damage boost, right? Sure, you need to have the gem fragments, but that's the only thing. We're not doing any pit deeper than 65 because pit 65 is fun to do. Everything dies with one hit. You know? The other pit tiers are annoying to do. Okay, that rupture explosion size is really nice. I wasn't even aware that's a thing. This going to help with open world content because like sometimes things are just not standing too close to each other, but you want to like explode it and get the maximum cooldown reduction. Now you're pretty much cooldown reducing the room, right? $4 billion almost. I wonder if I can get to the 10 billion today with my masterworks. Probably not. It's good to see though that this is like a non-overpower build, chat, right? Finally a non-overpower build that actually does billions of damage. What a relief. I mean, okay, so it only needs the busted barbarian thingies to do the damage, but that's the only thing it needs. I'm running the Blizzard build instead of Lightning Spear is a lot of fun. I fully agree. I mean, Lightning Spear is great and it's really, really powerful, but it's not all about just playing the most powerful builds, right? You want to just enjoy yourself sometimes. And I think a lot of creators and players forget the thing called power fantasy, right? Sometimes you just want to have the power fantasy of being a powerful Blizzard sword. You don't want to have the power fantasy of being a lightning spear wielding whatever nerd. No, you want to be a Blizzard sword. I mean, that's why we play these games, for different power fantasies. That's also why I'm playing a goddamn Summoner Barb, because it's a Summoner Barb. I'm summoning things. Like, how stupid is that? Like, seriously. It's a Summoner Barb, chat. A Summoner Barb. I summon things as a barb. That's stupid. A barb summoning things. What the fuck? Almost in 1 minute. Mostly has nothing to offer, right? On your build for Boulder, you forget to put an opportunity in for Subo. I mean, like, just use whatever you think. Like, you know? It's not like you need to tell me how to trigger Subo. Like, you just put it on a skill. I'm not gonna make it to the world boss. I'm gonna be too late. Chat, why did you tell me? At all. I could have just missed it without ever knowing. God damn it, chat. You get a purple item today? No, Mr. Andreas. I have not gotten a single purple item, a mythic, today. I'm deeply saddened about that. What is the strongest build in the game right now? I mean, fully maxed out, it's currently is Lightning Spear. But it changes from season to season. So there's never the strongest build. Always in flux because Blizzard believes in nerfing good builds and buffing bad builds, but then kind of failing to buff bad builds good enough. Like, I'm generally confused about this, right? So we have good builds. We know what makes good builds good, right? And we know why good builds are multiplying up heavily and do that trick. And they always keep like saying, we want to bring up the bad builds like to the level of the good builds so that there's more good builds to play. But for some reason, they always fail the mark to actually bring up the bad builds to the level of the good builds. It's something they need to work on. My rune combo does not seem to work against the Wandering Death, because either I lucky hit or I don't get anything. Which boss power are you using? I'm currently using the boss power from Gregoire, the Galvanic Saint, because I am efficiently spamming my Rupture, and that gives me tons of damage. We could probably also do Lilith boss power, but I just like the Gregoire one. I mean, efficiently, you're spamming a core skill. Right? The Rupture being spammed, that's your core skill spam. Okay, we're doing good. But world bosses are really uninspired. Which is better, D3 or D4? Well, I never really cared for D3, so I'm not the one to ask to compare, because I really don't care. I'm also someone who actually likes Diablo 4. So I'm not only playing Diablo 4 for the clicks, also for the clicks. Ha ha ha, I'm a content creator, right? But I actually like Diablo 4. Beyond the Lightning. So we are using Gregoire together with Lilith Winds of Hatred for the Winds of Hatred balls. Because with more balls, Rupture gives you more cooldown reduction, Hatred's Embraced Haste, and Beastmaster Training. Because Beastmaster Training works for your summons. Yabba dabba doo, chat. It works for your summons. It works for summons. Beastmaster's Training. 150% summon damage. Okay, now that I get a Whisper done, chat, I can hand the Whisper in here. Raven. For some reason, they decided to put the Raven in very weird positions in some towns. Curious Bazaar, for example, that thing is on Mars. Like, you have to cross, like, to complete Curious to get to that point. It's like, why? Why did you do that? Okay, chat, so you're saying I need 59 scrolls to get a spark on a new character, right? Did I understand that correct? Should we try that out, chat? Should we go the one time for the thingy? So you're telling me. First and foremost, let's open the Resplendent Cache to get that spark. That was easy. And by the way, this cache is obviously insane, right? I like that Resplendent Cache now gave me Twin Strikes, Rage of Harrogeth, Greater Affix, Gore Devastating Grips, Greater Affix, a good one, by the way. I get a weapon, so that's also not bad. I get another weapon, I get another weapon. So like tons of intriguing stuff actually just popping out of this. Yeah, like I understand on a new char, so that's why I'm here, chat. So let me buy these scrolls quickly. So I need 59 scrolls. Let's just do the whole rotation once, so we have seen it, right? For the people that don't believe it, like show don't tell, right? We need the power and the season blessing. Yeah, you need the Urn of Oath, right? Oh wow, that reminds me to put my Urn of Life in. Okay, so we need to go for... Oh, I need to clear my inventory. Where's this build? This build is not uploaded yet. Sorry, sir. The video will be there tomorrow with every detail on how to make it work on a budget, and so on. The inventory is how big? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's 33 big. $33. And we put them all in. I don't have the space in my box to get all of this done. I don't know why I keep some weird ass potions at any given point. Pony's like weird. One I can actually destroy. Okay, I got 35. So I need another 24, correct? Okay, that's enough. Too many. Alone that going back and forth would just annoy the living shit out of me. This is 3, 6, 9, 10. So this is like 50, right? So one stash tab is 50. Did I miscount? 3, 6, yeah, one stash tab is 50 plus 9 then. So you need one stash tab and then you need 9 more spaces here for this to happen. Good. That's what we need. 4. To clear some of this out. It's a bunch of like weird F tier gear. Yeah, 50 bathing miles, right? Okay, so then we need to make a new character. But before we do this, I need to quickly check on the waifu. What we're gonna do in a second, guys, we're just gonna fast track towards a spark, but you know, let's do it together. Be right there. Okay. So now we're gonna go out. Make a new character. A Spiritborn. And we're gonna call her Spark Lady. Sparkly. Because that's what she's there for. And then you do what? I just use the scrolls, or do I have to actually do the quest to... I have to do the quest to access the board, right? I want your guide for Barb. I'm waiting for long, sir. I literally started playing the Barb yesterday. I'm sorry that after one day of playing, I don't have it ASAP. Please excuse my tardiness. That I haven't gotten it done in a 24-hour turnaround. I will fire my family and sacrifice my life for the company store. That is appropriate. Yeah, we'll just kill them. Oh, I don't even have a basic skill. Hold on, let me just get a basic skill here. Something to spam. Talk to Siyala. Is the best farm for Ashes right now Uber Belial? Yes. Spamming Uber Belial is still the best farm. How do you get the Uber Belial mats? Well, you know. Talk to those vendors in the game. Out of my way. I'm being very slow. It's important to highlight any movement speed bonus early on. Oh. Took us faster to teleport. Well, you know, I made this Spiritborn because I will probably make Spiritborn in the long run. But obviously, like, if you want to optimize this, I mean, come on, sir. We're not playing Spiritborn now. No, don't get me wrong. We're not playing Spiritborn now. We're just testing something. We're just testing the stupid thing. No, this is not like chat. This is not a speed run. We're not leveling Spiritborn right now. This is like simply trying out the spark leveling strategy. Loath to even call it a strategy, because it doesn't seem like something that would be fun. But I know there are ultra grinders out there that need these kind of strats, so I'm willing to accede to that. Okay, dude. I mean, you probably do this on normal difficulty just to do it faster, right?
What he said about Lilith's blood infecting you.
Finally.
Then you talk to Siyala.
Himself, the Lord of Lies.
Or it's just one skill in this bar. Yeah, I saw I use this for leveling Astro.
Just as I feared. Your eyes, Wanderer. Interesting. That much
Okay.
is a
I trust you know what you're doing. Wanderer, if you truly mean to snuff out these demons, I am at your service. Find me in Menestad.
No, I don't want to find you, Menstead. Thank you. Okay, now we go to the shop. The prologue is done as soon as we can access the...
over here, Wanderer. We can
the board.
inside my shop.
Yeah, she'll talk. This is why it's 6 minutes exactly. Like, you go in here and now you have to listen to the talk. Okay. Now you have to listen to her talk.
I know the Lord of Lies is abroad in Sanctuary, but I must know more.
You can skip a walking by the entrance. I tried that. It didn't work.
Stand in this crying circle so that I can examine you more closely. Belial's apparitions are
Stand in the circle. So now you're saying after standing in the circle, I can access and go back in. I tried. I got robbed. Chat robbed me. Just go by the entrance is what you're saying.
Your mind and body.
Hey, it worked. It worked, chat. Woo! Last time it didn't. Okay, now we can talk to her.
I'm recording.
And now we can access the board. And now I just get my scrolls and that's it? I'm done? Okay. Would you believe me that I'm already annoyed doing this and would not do it more than once? But hey, it helps. What are you gonna make on my spirit board? Oh, we're not playing spirit board right now. So now I do these scrolls and I get... By the way, I could have stood by my chest, but I wanted to see how far this gets me. So now I use these 33 scrolls and we're suddenly sitting there. Wow. It's really that stupid, isn't it? I know I can use the scrolls as chest, but I wanted to look at the board. Let me look at the board. Come on. That was 33. So now I need wood. The last of the 50. Plus 9 more. Okay. So chat, you saw it, right? That's the reputation grind in a nutshell. Yay. Now, considering that this actually gives you a resplendent spark, but tons of items too, right? You get masterwork materials, you get boss materials, you get ancestral legendaries, you get more masterwork materials, you get uniques, greater with affix, and all that kind of stuff. So this is like tons of amazing gear, right? How to get the Oath Scrolls? You need to finish the quest to the point that you can enter Belial's lair. And then an Oath Scroll costs you 250 Spectral Ash. So here, you have the quest. And you go to this, to her, and award a small amount of Unveiler's Oath reputation, 250. How much oath now does Belial give you though? How much ash does Belial give you? So like the numbers are following right now. Where's Notepad? Notepad. The numbers are following. We got spark, cash, shebang. We need 4,750 Unveiler's Spectral Ash. That is then 59 scrolls. And how many Belials is that? So you get 750 ash from Belial. We'll see that. Okay, wait, I have 17,274 right now. It's not that I don't trust you, chat. It's that I don't trust you. No, it's not that I don't trust you. It's like that I don't trust you. I mean, it's definitely, like, let's be real. It's definitely faster than actually trying to farm mythics, because I've killed now I've killed now 70 Belials and not gotten a mythic. So make of that what you want, right? Maybe I'm just unlucky. Guess my death trap kills him faster. It's not the point. I don't want to do it with death trap right now. I want to do it with the barbarian. Bomb. Almost get touched. Okay, so, and that would be now an adequate of... Oh, I need to open the box. Oops, I forget about that. Where are my husks? No, I get my husks away. Oh, Mom. Sorry, I forget my husks. Do we get less ash in Torment 1? Yes, you do. What's the difference doing Belial in the group and doing it solo? 1 item. By the way, the whole problem with the whole thing is, again, right? In order to do this, you need to buy yourself husks. Right? It's not like that you can actually do it without buying husks. So I got... I was at 274. That's 650. Not 700. 655. Yeah. Chat lied to me. 665, actually. Yeah, that's true. 665. Your rogue is much stronger. I mean, rogue is much stronger, but rogue also has better gear, Rudy. I mean, right now, my here, Rudy, I have 1 glyph 46. My rogue has more upgraded things. I've got the 730. Well, I only got 600. So you need around 23 kills. I always get 750 in tier 4. Well, I'm in tier 4 and I didn't get it. Maybe in a party you're getting more ash. Oh, that's a good question. Do you get more ash in a party? Like, someone come, Chad. Do we get more ash in a party? Vorn, thank you for the Prime Gaming support. Vorn, good to see you there. Pleasure to have you with us. I need 3 people that can kill Belial in Torment 4. Come on. Do we get more? Vorn, thank you very much. 23 Belial kills, which would also mean if 23 Belial kills is another 46 husks, right? Here, Dodge. Come, chat. We need to check. We need to check if we're getting more. Okay, right now I'm sitting at... I got 665 ash. We're sitting now at 17,939. If you get invited, just make your way in, chat. Just invite yourself. Or did I accidentally spawned him? Ah! Sorry, chat. Okay, we get a full team. That's good. I accidentally spawned him, boys. Sandies, we're full. We're full. Okay, so we're getting like 3 rogues now. Is that it, Chad? Is the pony at the 3 rogues? No, that's a Sork actually. Okay. So it's a mixed bag, Chad. It's a mixed bag. We're rogue, necro, sword. Like we're actually everything. We're gang. Oh, like, again, the question is not if this is fun or not. Like, I don't find this fun. But there are people that find this fun, so I would be stupid to not look into it. Okay, so we are getting now... Lord Zur? Maybe you get more when you do Endarial, chat. Oh, no. Oh, no. Wait, no one summons. No one summons, chat. We need to count. Okay, now we're at 18... it's 18... 652. So we got 18,652 divided by minus 7939 because I'm too lazy to use my head. That's 713 ash. Oh, it was on the UI. Well, I was blind. I didn't actually look at it. Okay, so what if we do we need one more, guys. One more. We need a 4th. Someone on my friend list invite themselves. Sanius, there you go. Come. I need to check. Sorry, Sash. We're full. Neil, we're full. If we actually loot and Dariel, if that would keep giving more. Okay. So now I'm just opening up Andariel that I don't need. And I get 766. Okay. Someone like chat, tell me how much have you gotten, boys? So I got 665 alone, 730 on Azure. Like now we need to do it again, so I need to check again. Is it fixed per kill or random? See, that's the question, right? So let's do it again and then loot again and Dariel to see if it's again 766. Because so far it was a different value every single time. Who opened this first? You're in the way of science. 715. Okay, so it's random. There's a slight randomness to it. So it doesn't matter. Yeah, 708 for you. So you get around 700. Okay, thank you, lads. That was amazing. Good testing, good testing. Do you do Andariel now? Yes, it's always Andariel. In the beginning. Then it's random. That's cool. I don't know if that's cool, though, but it's good to know. Pibbity pants. Did I not have? No, I didn't have the pants I was looking for. Hey, lads. Appreciate it. Guess got 753 solo. Yeah, I have gotten 766, 715, 713, and 665. So it is in fact random. Yeah, groups don't matter. So group doesn't matter, solo doesn't matter. That means now if we wrap this up together, let's say 700 average would be 700 average 20, 21, 22 Belials. So every I would have to kill 22 Belials, and then I could get a spark. I could see people doing this. I mean, like, that being like, considering that I have my spark right now, right? I have 2 sparks. I can now then get another random mythic, right? GG. And I could now get another 2 sparks and another 2 sparks and another 2 sparks and another 2 sparks. So yeah, sure. I can see people doing this. I mean, considering, right? Considering that you also have a chance to anyways get legendary runes doing this. So I guess it's a good thing. Add legendary runes. And considering that you anyways will get, what's it called again? You'll be getting. Come on, brain, say it. You'll be. Yeah, Belial anyways has mythic drop chance. Yeah, you have 670k, you'll get sparks all day. I mean, might as well use it, right? Might as well use it as you have it. I mean, is it necessary to do this? No. Is it kind of fun that is in the game? Yes. Right? I mean, end of the day, this is nothing for not grinders, right? So this is something for the people that invest a lot of time in the game that would then like to invest even more time into the game for this kind of stuff, right? I mean, the casual Jimothy is not even tier 4, right? A lot of people still struggle to get into tier 4, so this is not even interesting for them until they're in tier 4. A lot of people are not speed farming Belial. This is only interesting if you're speed farming Belial, right? If you can kill him in like 10 seconds, then this is worth it. If you can't kill him in 10 seconds, not even worth it, right? So right now, only from all my characters that can do Belial, only my Death Trap Rogue and my Necromancer both do him fast. The other chars wouldn't be even worth it to do this, right? My Boulder Druid also kills tier 4 Belial, but my Boulder Druid doesn't kill him like in 10 seconds, right? I actually do fight him. There's an actual fight happening. This Barbarian too is not there yet, killing Belial uber fast. I mean, this is kind of fun. I like it. It's a little silly thing that just makes you smile. Okay, now we need to get our glyphs up so we get the barb to do 10 billion damage. I wonder how much more damage I'm gonna get with the glyphs up, right? I mean, end of the day, it's like in total, like getting all of them to legendary status, I think is another 80% damage multiplier. Still worth it. We have 28 Ash, rookie numbers, sir. Rookie numbers. We need to talk about that. It's just a joy to see them kill this thing. This reminds me that I still don't have my 200x expertise up, and I'm for some reason using the hammer expertise. I guess it is what it is, right? I guess I could just at least use the polearm expertise. Okay, we get Rumble up, and Rumble is right away 20% more earthquake damage. So that's a lot. Right? Now, the most important thing we need to do. You have 2 million Ash. Jesus Christ, what are you doing? What are you doing, sir? We still need to get our strength up to actually have here the 200% multiplier, because we still don't have that. Took me forever to get my cooldown to 10 seconds for my rogue, but you don't need 10 seconds. Mine has 16 seconds cooldown. And I still have the instant refresh. That barb has just such a fun gameplay loop. I mean, you rock in Rupture until you have the Call of the Ancients cooldown, and then you just get that done. I mean, so far, if I would have to choose between which character I want to max out, it would actually be the barb at the given point. Because it's just really fun. I like the scaling. I just like playing summoner builds. Absolute perfection. You can level up your expertise in normal and the training dummies. I know. I just find it silly that that's actually needed. So now we just need to petition Blizzard to buff Necromancer to the level of Barbarian Summoner. Yeah, who would have guessed that Barb and Summoner would ever end up in the same sentence together and turn out to be this good as well? Build guide, YouTube. We sadly don't have the build guide for you yet. You'll have to wait for tomorrow morning to, like, so I can get a proper one up. The build is technically simple. You need to get yourself a couple of unique items, and then you can already roll. Namely, in this case, being the shard, the third blade from Infernal Hordes. The third blade gives you your rupture is now a core skill. Then you can rupture for lucky hit cooldown reductions. Then you need the Rage of Harrogeth, because the Rage of Harrogeth allows you to use your rupture for cooldown reduction. And then on top of these two items, you also want the Ugly Bastard helmet for the resistance, but that one is actually not needed. So it would be Rage of Harrogeth needed. It would be the third blade needed. And then you pretty much just need to cooldown reduce the Call of the Ancients. Oh, and you want to have obviously Ariad's Bearing. Now, in order to get the lucky hit chance to make this work, you either need gloves that have a lot of lucky hit chance, or you need to get yourself a Fist of Fate. Because that's the thing. I have Fist of Fate with 106% lucky hit chance. And that's like something, yeah, like it's so valuable because my rupture is sitting at over 100% lucky hit chance right now. Oops, I forget that I can die here. My rupture is sitting at over 100% lucky hit chance. So it's actually 106%, and it can go even higher, right? Kind of funny if you think about it. Oops. Get a lot of obolds. Now, which one do we need up next? We need next up this one. Again, the main reason I want this one up is to get like all these strength nodes here and just have them go higher, like because I need to spam like every single strength node available for the challenger glyph. Since I need all this strength to then go higher to get like up to the 200% multiplier here, right? How does lucky hit scale? Shouldn't 100% be every hit is lucky? No. Lucky hit has two components. The ability and the lucky hit skill. Right now, my rupture is 106% lucky hit chance. And the Rage of Harrogeth has a 58% chance to get you a cooldown reduction. Okay? This means that in 106%, that I have a 106% chance to 58% cooldown reduce. Okay? So in 106% of the cases, every hit, there's a 50-50 chance to reduce the cooldown. Okay? This essentially has me now 50-50 reduce the cooldown. That's why, and different is, this one has a 15% chance now to give me the resource back on lucky hit. That means that in 100% of the cases, every single hit, I have a 15% chance to get my resource back. That's how it works. And like if you rupture and you're actually surrounded by enemies, it's more or less instant cooldown reduction. That's also why we're playing the boss power from Lilith. Because the boss power from Lilith spawns these 2 blood blisters on a boss, and these 2 blood blisters are 2 more targets that you could lucky hit. And right now I waltz in, instant cooldown reduction, waltz in, instant cooldown reduction, waltz in, instant cooldown reduction, so I can just spam my ulti. And this you achieve easily without greater affix items. That's my favorite part about this. You don't need a single greater affix items to make this work. You have a 750 Ariad's Pants, you have a 750 Rage of Harrogeth, and you have a 750 the third Blade. And you already have the cooldown reduction going on. And you have a 750 Fist of Fate too. I mean, obviously the Fist of Fate then with a greater affix helps, but you could also get 50% bonus lucky hit from a non-greater affix one. It's not like that you even need that as a greater affixed. And that's always happiness for me, because if something works with only the certain greater affix items, that can get annoying.
Hello.
Get 2 more glyphs up. Then watch how much more damage we deal. Yeah, lucky hit to lucky hit was something. Honestly, the whole lucky hit mechanic has been scuffed from the beginning, because some of these lucky hit chance are abysmally low. Like, you have an ability with like 40% lucky hit chance, and then the lucky hit trigger itself is a 10% chance. So that means in 40% of the cases, you have a 10% chance to lucky hit, which essentially has a 4% chance for that lucky hit to happen. Yeah, you heard right. I didn't just make that's a 4% chance then. So you're like, great. I mean, that sounds fantastic. Where do I sign? By the way, that boss that's summoning the bone wall is literally godsend, because with that bone wall, he's giving me more targets to lucky hit on. Okay, challenger. Good. That again pushes our strength further up. Good. Katie, sorry I missed your question. What do we have? How are you triggering Dark Shrouds on the Rogue build? You can either use runes for Dark Shroud, or you can use it with the Umber's aspect. What pit is the highest you need this season? 75 to finish this journey. I mean, I do pit 65 to level my glyphs, because pit 65 is the most comfortable pit to do for glyph leveling. If you only want to get your glyphs to legendary, this is it. You always get +2 up to the point where you get your glyph to 46, so you don't need more. I mean, could I do higher pits? Yes. I mean, my rogue is, I think, sitting like maximum at 90, but I don't mind. I don't care. Right? I'm not looking to pit push. I just look to get my glyphs to 46. New meta for Barb? Yeah, I mean, you have like good old Summoner Barb now. I say good old Summoner Barb, but this is only possible because of the summon changes. It's funny, the summon changes were meant to make Summoner Build better. What was the summon change? The summon change was that your summons now profit from everything properly. Okay? So like summons did not used to, like they always were supposed to profit from everything, right? Every single damage bonus, everything you have should affect the minions. It didn't. The summons, sorry. And now they changed it that it says summons. So like my build is a summon skill. So these lads are actually getting all my crit chance, all my crit damage, all my overpower damage. They're getting everything for me. And that little change actually made Barbarian the best summoner build in the whole goddamn game. Is there an advantage to push your glyphs beyond 46? Well, as you get a glyph to 46, they get a legendary bonus. That legendary bonus is, for example, critical strike damage times 8%. That 8% multiplier multiplies all your critical strike damage up. So if you have a like 2000% critical strike bonus, then that 8% is 8% on top of that. If you now level up your glyph further than 46, that 8% bonus is 8.5, 9, 9.5, 10, and so on. So yes, leveling your glyph past 46 is more damage. That being said, usually as you get all your glyphs to 46, you're able to do every piece of content apart from deeper pits. So the only reason to level your things past 46 is because you want to see bigger numbers go boom, or you want to dive deeper into the pit, which you then need higher glyphs for, which you then need to dive deeper into the pit for, which you then need higher glyphs for, which you then need to dive deeper into the pit for. So unless you do actually care for that, there is absolutely no reason to do it. Since with 46 glyphs, you can clear every single thing in Torment 4, or your build sucks. Right? Torment 4 itself, like, as soon as you have your glyphs up there, you're just should be doing everything comfortable. Right? That's why we're leveling up the glyphs right now, so I can do Belial just faster. So now Challenger, okay, and I level it up. And if you look, every further level gives me 0.12% more damage. Every further level gives me 0.12% more damage. Every further level gives me 0.28% more damage. And that's nice. This would be nice. Getting that more damage. If you have 3,000 crit damage, no. This crit damage you have here is additive crit damage. This is 1,719. And that gets times 8%. Okay? So it's 8 times this, or 1.08. Not 8 times, 1.08 that. Because that's the additive damage bonus. Okay, we get that heavy hitter on 10. Kind of want to level this weapon up to get the heavy hitter higher too. I'm like currently thinking, where would I get the most damage bonus from? Like from an amulet with a greater affix to strength, or generally from the amulet, I guess I get the biggest bonus if I level that one up. Heavy hitter is more important. Heavy hitter is more important than grandfather. Yes. If you then masterwork the heavy hitter, Mikolai. I mean, if you don't want to care about masterworking the heavy hitter, you just get yourself grandfather. Think about it, right?
This realm will be mine.
We're doing so much more damage now, chat. Look at that. I mean, we were hurting him before, right? But it was a more tedious fight than what we just did here. GG. Pretty good. We like to see it. Damn, that's a lot of damage now. So we're now killing him more than fast enough, but I could still get the last glyph upgraded, so I should do that. Right? I mean, if we're already great upgrading the glyphs, then I guess we should go the last mile to get it all done. Blizzard is getting new players, is players back with new patch spending ashes on a character. Oh, I mean, obviously. like this is a reason to log in again. If you already stopped logging in, the spark grind is definitely fun. The thing is, so it kind of is and stays the problem that sure you can get more sparks now, right? Sure you can get sparks, but how do I say this now? What for? Like, apart from, again, diving deeper into the pit, right? There's not even a single need for these sparks, for these mythics. So it's kind of like, we have a lot of things that we can do. We have a lot of cool mechanics. We have a lot of endgame mechanics, too, to grind. But we're still missing a destination, right? So we have a road. I mean, Blizzard definitely has a good system. Like, you can tell me what you want, but Diablo 4, we have multiple sources of masterwork materials. We have multiple sources of boss materials. We have the bosses. We have sources of uniques. We have a grind. We have an actual grind, right? We have something that gets us forward and that gets us there to have a powerful character. So we have a powerful character and a journey, but we have no destination. We literally just have the journey. It's like I'm becoming this super giga boosted Chad, right? Like, absolutely strapped. Big dig gameplay. But I don't know where to put my big dig, right? Like, I just have it. Like, I'm waving it around in the internet. I'm showing it to my friends. I'm like, look, it's mythic, it's purple, blue balls, right? But it's going nowhere. Yeah, I guess the destination would be Paragon 300, but that's not really an exciting destination, if I'm honest with you. Right, like, literally the only reason to get your character strong right now is to flex on others how fast you kill Belial. Or to show people your gear in the internet. That's like right now the only reason to max out. But, well, I mean, which is plenty of good reasons. I mean, you could go to your girlfriend and show it your account and be like, look, honey, I got 3 mythics and they're all perfectly masterwork. Yeah, I know, that's what I've been spending my time on. But we're missing a destination. If there was a good PvP system would sadly not solve anything because PvP is inherently flawed in this game, since damage over time is broken while overpower damage is nerfed and crit damage is weird. There's a cap to how much overpower damage you can do or characters would be too strong. And like if I play a Necromancer, for example, with damage over time, I win every single PvP match because damage over time is not capped as overpower damage is capped. So yeah. Can I have this build? I will make a build guide of this build in, like, not today. I'm sorry. I really wish I could give it to you today, but you'll have to wait until tomorrow. I can walk you through how the build works at the end of the stream. That's what we always do. Like, we kind of, like, do a wrap-up. But what I really want to do right now is get, like, all my glyphs to the maximum so I can get the 10 billion damage, maybe. What would be a goal in your opinion? Okay, so for example, one goal for me would be a leaderboard for the Infernal Hordes. You heard right, Chad. One goal for me would be a leaderboard for the Infernal Hordes because that would give me an activity that I'm actually farming towards to. I would make my character stronger to get more points in the Infernal Hordes to be bigger in the leaderboards. It would be something I can grind for. It would be a destination. It would give me something to like kind of show off to. And it would also be a no stakes thing because the Infernal Hordes are something fun and quirky, right? Getting more sparks is as much RNG as it is having getting more ether is as much RNG as having a good character. And that's what makes it so interesting for me because first and foremost, I have to pick good boons and banes. Everyone is to a degree different, right? I want to have good boons and banes and I would still profit from it, right? I would still get masterwork materials. I would still get gold. I would still get the scrolls of restoration and I would still get Opticide. So it would be something that is fun for me to do, right? While I profit from it character-wise, while I have a leaderboard that could also then profit my character. Ta-da. Then again, I am not a game developer. I don't know what an in-game destination could be. because an endgame destination would kind of lead then to just another grind, quotation mark. My problem with the pit being an endgame destination is right now, the pit is being used to upgrade our glyphs, right? That's why we're doing the pit. The problem is, once I don't need upgraded glyphs anymore to do the content, all the other content, I lose any reason to upgrade my glyphs. Okay, that's why I don't like the pit being our destination right now. Because the pit then ends up to be, I do the pit to get higher level glyphs, to do deeper pits, to get higher level glyphs, to do deeper pits, to get higher level glyphs, but the pit gameplay always stays the same. I like the Infernal Hordes because they're kind of different, right? Every Hordes run is kind of unique to a degree, right? Because you get different kind of banes and boons, and that's why they also want to change the Infernal Hordes. And that's why we need like a different thing to be our destination, or something as the destination, kind of, to be. A boss rush, another roguelite version of something, anything. Anything that's not the pit, to be honest. Generally speaking, I think Diablo actually has its endgame to, like, the endgame grind to make a good character is figured out. Right? I mean, the actual grind is fun. I like the grind. Get Torment 1, get to Torment 2, 3, 4, masterwork your gear, temper your gear, get your masterwork materials. It's fun. I enjoy that. I enjoy it more than Path of Exile 2 endgame. I'm sorry. I mean, because Path of Exile 2 endgame is get into the endgame, get currency, randomly slam your currency on your gear, hope it goes well or not. If it doesn't go well, you're fucked. Maybe drop a good weapon or not. Go into trade, hope a divine orb drops, buy yourself stuff. We all know that the Path of Exile 2 endgame is not very good right now. Like, no matter how much we're missing a destination, the actual whole setup is not that bad. That's why people play it. That's why people enjoy playing Diablo, regardless of all the shortcomings, right? Because it is actually fun. Dude, we're doing so much more damage currently. Like it's actually crazy to see how much stronger we've gotten. I mean, if you have been here from the start of the stream to this point, right? We get stronger. Boom. Okay. That's good, because now all my glyphs are, like, I think I have to level this up to 60 or 70% to get the next boost out of it. Okay. I want to masterwork this here. Heavy hitter? No. Okay, we got heavy hitter to 8 though, so it's 10, 18. I got 21 heavy hitter ranks, guys. So I got it up to 24. Not too crazy, but kind of nice. Feels like PoE 2 has more destination. Perfect example. PoE 2 has great destination, actually. So the actual endgame in PoE 2 to get to the destination, not so good. But the destination itself, like going to the Arbiter, doing the Citadels, I like that, right? Like my first Arbiter kill was something really, really special. Like they do have pinnacle bosses, and it's fun to reach these pinnacle bosses and challenge these pinnacle bosses in Path of Exile 2. I like that about Path of Exile 2. Now, do we have a pinnacle boss in Diablo 4? Well, technically you got Uber Lilith, but she's not hard to kill. She's just fucking stupid, right? I mean, raise your hand if you actually find Lilith hard to kill, because she's technically not. I mean, you just get to the point where you do billions of damage, then you one-hit her, billions of damage, then you walk in an 8 to avoid the winds of hatred, kill her friends, walk in an 8 to avoid her winds of hatred, then you have to dash out of the super slammer, done. And in her second phase, you just need enough movement speed to run around from her things. It's not actually hard. There's the game called Diablo without Diablo. That's actually pretty simple, sir. If you pay 2 cents attention to the lore, Diablo's dead right now and respawning. He's actually respawning right now in hell. He's a greater evil. Greater evils can't die forever. They get sent to their respawn point in hell, and then they recuperate strength, and then they come back and be greater evils again. Like I know there is this trend where you saw TikTok or Twitter and then you spew a random opinion that doesn't make sense. because you're uninformed, and that's okay. But at least try to, you know, get some basic information beforehand. Potential Diablo boss with the new expansion. No, the new expansion is going to be Mephisto walking Earth right now. So if you followed the story, like, I guess it's time for story spoilers, right? I mean, the story in Nahantu ends with Belial inhabiting a new body. And it's actually the body of a very powerful spirit dude, right? The guy who founded, like, Nahantu and everything there. And he's now walking Earth again and bamboozling everyone. They're like, I'm not Mephisto, haha. I'm that one dude reborn. Look at me, I'm so cool. And obviously, what's Mephisto gonna do is probably try to get his brothers up and running again. So, I mean, potentially, he could revive his brothers, or we have to stop Mephisto from reviving his brothers. But in standard Diablo fashion, something would go wrong and they would still get revived. So I think we are out from Diablo being there. It would just make no sense to give us Diablo already, right? Because Diablo just recently died in the heavens. So I guess it's more likely that we would get... who's the third greater evil? Was Baal the third greater evil? It was Diablo, Mephisto, and Baal, right? Maybe Baal? Who's Baal? I mean, imagine, like, third expansion having, like, second expansion, like, we have Mephisto now, right? Second expansion having Baal then, and then third expansion having Diablo, and everyone would be like, wow, finally Diablo, right? I guess that would get people all excited. I mean, when did we kill Baal again? We killed Baal in Diablo 2, correct? We killed Baal in Diablo 2. In Diablo 3, we killed Diablo and Maltail, right? So technically, you killed Mephisto first. If we go from the timeline perspective, right? We kill Mephisto first in Act 3. Then we kill Diablo at the end of Act 2. Then in the expansion, we kill Baal. Then Diablo came already back in Diablo 3. Mephisto wasn't there. Baal wasn't there. So Baal would then make kind of sense. Just from a timeline perspective, somewhere, I guess. I mean, Diablo came back more often than the others, but I guess Diablo was also considered the youngest brother of the three. But if I'm not mistaken, Mephisto is the oldest. Baal would be the middle child, and Diablo would be the youngest brother. So Diablo still has the lowest respawn time because he's young. Mephisto's old, so he's the longest respawn time. Baal has like a mid respawn time. But I'm intrigued to see how the story unfolds. Certainly. We did already get a glimpse on the story, though, with the Belial trailer, in case you missed it. Because, again, the story ended with, like, Mephisto now walking on Earth again, right? So Mephisto is now on Earth again. He inhabited the body. But we actually didn't see much of it. We pretty much got this cliffhanger ending. But I think in the trailer to this season, didn't Belial talk about Mephisto walking around again in a stolen body? Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I watched the trailer. There was a mention, like there was a quick glimpse of like the Mephisto just walking around. It was mentioned. Pretty sure. What's wrong with your build? You're doing pit 75. Oh, nothing is wrong with my build. I just don't want to do pit 75 pin. I mean, you assume that you do a higher pit because my build can't do a higher pit. I don't want to do a higher pit. I'm fine doing pit 65. So there's nothing wrong. Okay. Man, I got like over 12 minutes left to do whatever I would like to do. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, let's get that. Oh, I cannot pick up the obolts, chat. I cannot pick up the obolts. I can gamble for something. What could I gamble for? Can you explain how you restart your cooldown so fast? I can, sir, because this is also going to be the last pit I have to do, so I can actually walk you down how it's working. Okay, I'll give you the intel to what we're doing here while we play, and then we'll break down all the gear. Amulet is a good point. Thank you for reminding me that we need an amulet. I appreciate you saying amulet. Strength. Oh yeah, baby, let's go. Another strength. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, mom, get the camera. Okay, that's fantastic. This should bring me where I need to be because we needed that greater affix strength, definitely. Okay. Good. So, Call of the Ancients into Rupture. And Rupture does the cooldown reduction. That's it. That's it. Ta-da. How does Rupture cooldown reduce? By bleeding enemies. How does that work? Rage of Harrigan. The only trick that we really had to perform was somehow take care of our resource. Because that was like the only thing that we were lacking, right? We needed some resource regeneration shebang to make sure that we always have full resource as we're spamming our Rupture. And we did. Okay, with that glyph, by the way, we're sitting at 5 billion. So we still have a bit to go for the 10 billion. What's the difference between this build and Petquake? This is Petquake. I mean, I'm summoning my lads, and my lads do earthquakes that do a lot of damage. And dust devils. This is Petquake. I'm just not using the whirlwind variant. So there are two variants. There's the one that uses whirlwind, and there's nothing wrong with using whirlwind. But I don't want to use whirlwind. And the damage is coming from the ancestral ancient dudes and the actual earthquakes and dust devils they're doing. That's where the damage comes from. The Rupture is just the vehicle to get me those things. And also the Rupture does overpower, and these overpowers from the Rupture do also make earthquakes that do a lot of damage. Because of the aspect that you're running. Because you have this aspect that also makes earthquakes on overpowers, so you have your earthquakes from your dudes, and then the earthquakes that I do myself. But that's actually not the real damage. The real damage is really everything your summons do. For Builder Druid, which mercenary is best? Variana for the attack speed, usually, if you are not attack speed capped. Because more attack speed means you can summon more boulders, and more boulders summoning means you can get to the overpowered boulders quicker. kind of the way how it works. Okay, now let's grab this up, and then I can walk you through all the items properly. Okay. But after this, we have to kill one more Belial first, because I need to see how quick we're then doing it. There was the whole benchmark right now. Right now, a build is judged in how fast he can kill, like, the Torment 4 bosses. Oops. Have you dealt with the resources? I can show you. It's a rune combo. It's a rune combo and the unique helmet. Because right now, whenever I cast my Rupture, I actually get resource back. Right? So I cast Rupture, I get resource back. From casting a non-channel core skill. That alone wouldn't be enough. So in order for that to actually work, I needed also my Rupture to... I needed also more resource generation to make that work. Okay, let's upgrade this. Then we get the Rumble higher because that's the glyph that gives him the most damage. Then we need to masterwork our amulet, and then we're good. Where does Lilith tie into the story? She's the daughter of Mephisto. As she's considered a lesser evil, not a greater evil. And as I'm not mistaken, she wanted to suck her dad empty, dry. Yeah. That's what you wanted to do. Okay, if I take this away, my cooldown is still... Cooldown should be 9.5 seconds with or without. Check. This is a freak, Lilith a freak, exactly. Actually, 10.5, okay. Still do that. Yeah, Mephisto's currently alive instead of Akarit's buddy. Because he didn't get sucked dry. We kind of prevented that. So Lilith wanted to go from lesser evil to great evil by absorbing Mephisto's essence. That was the story of Diablo 4. The initial story. Pretty much. Prevent her from eating dad. Call the Ancients cooldown reduction. Call the Ancients cooldown reduction. Call the Ancients cooldown reduction. Thank you. 16% is enough. And then I could go for Earthquake size if I wanted to. Earthquake size. Thank you. Now that would have to masterwork the... Strength. Strength. I need more strength. Give me that thing up there. It shouldn't be so hard to masterwork the strength. Thank you very much. And technically, you want the movement speed to be what? More movement speed? It could be cooldown reduction, but we don't even need that. Could be maximum life. Could be resistance to all elements. I guess it could be resistance to all elements. Then I at least have something going on. Somewhere. Okay. The only problem right now is I'm actually losing my armor. So in order to compensate for this, I'd probably have to get the boots to reroll into an armor stat, right? Strength into an armor stat. Should be fine. But I probably don't even need the armor to make this work. Technically. Ta-da. Should be enough. Let's keep this amulet though for harder times, just in case. There was ultimate skill, thorns damage, we get charge, we get that. Wait, double check. The Apogeic Furor needs to, let's swap some things around. So we need the Furor here because that does more damage. Because if the Apogeic Furor is on the amulet. That's more scaling damage. Then on the ring, we need to get the ultimate. The Brawler's aspect. Because Brawler's here works, but then Fury there works too. Did I get a new Earthquake aspect? Earthquake? So that one is still 46. That one is still 10 out of 16. So nothing too special. Don't even have like... Did I get a better summon aspect? That's not 27%. That's 33. That's 12. Oh, wow. Ladies and gentlemen. We get another damage boost. Okay, now let's kill Belial and then walk you through it. Let's see what this equates now to. All the efforts put in, guys. Still a lot of masterwork potential left, right? You face the Lord of Lies. Okay, cool story, bruv. So we hit him, we restore our oops. Yeah, that's when you don't have full armor. Hey, so as I said, I don't need full armor because like he'll just then one poke me. Almost ran into that. Yeah, well, we're doing way more damage now. Chat, we're doing way more damage now. Way more frequent damage too. But it helps that this is finally at 145%, but I still have to get it further. So it's far from being like done. So like just for you to understand, that's why you need also greater strength on all your gear. So this has greater strength. This does not have greater strength, and this does not have greater strength, right? Because without all these greater strength affixes, it's actually really hard to push this up. Because your earthquake damage is increased by 5% for every 100 strength you have, up to 200%. Yeah, I only have 3,000. I need 4,000. Right? I've been trying to feed strength into this one. I need to start like absolutely cooking stuff, like pulling stuff out of everywhere. Damage reduction while healthy. Fuck damage reduction while healthy. Right? More maximum life. Fuck more maximum life. More physical damage. Who cares? I literally need to squeeze every single point I have just here into more strength. Like, oh, here, like just more strength to just boost this up as much as I can, so I get more strength. So I end up like with 4,000 strength. Is Boulder Druid viable to do tier 4 content? Yes, Neo. My Boulder Druid does pit 75. Oh, ow. Okay, so I wait, before I keep fighting, I wanted to show you how everything works, okay? So, sorry. Chat was asking, how does it work? I wanted to tell you how it works. So, now to wrap it all up. How are we getting the damage reduction? How is everything doing the things? Good. You need this, the third blade. The third blade turns your rupture into a core skill. Now we can spam rupture. Congratulations, everyone. Congratulations, we can spam rupture. This gets followed up by the Rage of Harrogath. Inflicting bleeding on an enemy has a 60% chance to reduce cooldowns. Cool. Rupture makes an explosion that bleeds everyone around you. Fantastic. This is brilliant. Now, in order for Rupture to hit that lucky hit, we have the Fists of Fate. The Fists of Fate now give Rupture 106% lucky hit chance, so you have 100% to 60% get the Rage of Harrogath. Awesome. These three pieces allow this to work. Now we need cooldown reduction. That would be the Tempers, Call of the Ancients, Call of the Ancients, right? And Call of the Ancients. And then we have the Pans, Ariad's Bearing. Ariad's Bearing says that Korlik makes Earthquakes, Talik makes Dust Devils, and Matawak burns enemies. Now, with these Earthquakes, Dust Devils, and everything, you do have your 24 ranks in Heavy Hitter for more ultimate and Earthquake damage. Awesome. Also makes sense. By the way, I completely forget to put my 1 point in here. Oops. Which would gain me a bit more fury. But yeah. You know? That's just a minor oversight. A minor oversight. How do we get fury now? With Temlum. Cast a non-channel core skill. Restore 17 primary resource. And this 17 primary resource is boosted by the Ugly Bastard Helmet, which gives me 9 ranks in Prolific Fury. 9 ranks in Prolific Fury is more resource generation if I berserk. That means this 17 is actually 34. One single rupture is costing me 55. I have 100 spirits, so I get like 34 spirit back on every rupture. It's actually more like 40 spirit back on every rupture. A fury back on every rupture. And Core Lake is giving me fury too, which is amazing. And you obviously need then your Earthquake scaling aspect, your other Earthquake scaling aspect for the Earthquake damage, your Summon scaling aspect, your Summon scaling aspect, and then Ultimate scaling aspects. And the attack speed that you're getting from your rings and amulet, that attack speed is also applying to your minions. So if I now have 36.2% attack speed, that boosts the summons from the Call of the Ancients. Together then also with Beastmaster's training. Your summons deal 150% bonus damage. Okay, so right now, your ultimate skill alone would be getting, with all the things, the 360% bonus damage, the 150% bonus damage. Then the earthquakes they're making get 360%, but the earthquakes they're making are also double boosted because the ultimate skill is more efficient. That means that Core Lake makes super earthquakes. Okay, Core Lake makes super earthquakes, but these earthquakes are boosted by the ultimate skill damage and by the earthquake damage, and then by the earthquake damage, and then by the earthquake damage, and then also by the summon damage most likely. So yeah, ta-da! And you're also then boosting it further by getting things like the Rumble Glyph, and the Rumble Glyph says you deal 3% increased damage to bosses, crowd-controlled enemies for each active earthquake up to 15%. So another 15%, another 20% earthquake damage, and another 10% damage to elites, and another 15% damage, and another 10% damage, and another 8% critical strike damage increase. Ta-da. So that's kind of how it all works out. And we have 92.7% critical strike chance because we are playing Aether's Embrace Haze. That's the build. That's how it works. And it works so good. But you can see my armor is shitty, my resistances are shitty, and yet things are working. If I would sacrifice the movement speed on these boots for an armor roll, I would be good. And then I could probably also kick out the jiggy-majiggy, the actual skull here, and put a diamond in. And I could also get in the whole Paragon tree. I mean, if we go for armor, there's some armor I could pick up. There's some armor I could pick up. There's some more armor I could pick up. So I could actually pick up armor to boost. And if we're looking for resistances here, resistances instead of armor, I got the resistances there. Here. We could get more fire resistance if we wanted to. But apart from that, we have the resistance we need. I mean, I could get more life. I have the life. I even have it maxed out, so that's 8% too. We are missing 2% life here. Apart from that, we have the life. We could get more damage reduction. So you have damage reduction from bleeding enemies, and you always bleed all your enemies. Do we have damage here? Damage reduction. So we get damage reduction for bleeding enemies we could take. We have here damage reduction from vulnerable enemies, and our enemies are almost vulnerable too. We have damage reduction from healthy enemies, and we get damage reduction while fortified. And all of these apply. So this is actually a lot of damage reduction on top of the damage reduction on top of the damage reduction. Ta-da! Now, that being said, chat, that was fun. I really loved the stream, but I want to make another video today. So you might have seen it or not, but we did the whole grind for a spark. So I think I need to bring this into video form quickly for the people, easily explained. There might be a video of that already out there, but we'll just make a better one. So that is what we're going to sit down now and get out to you to then also be able to make the next barbarian guide for tomorrow. So, but right now I want to talk about this here. The easy push to the Resplendent Spark, because I have all these caches, right? On a brand new character. Therefore, you want death trap never under 10 seconds, Piotr. You want it at 15 seconds or 16 seconds. Watch the YouTube video. Piotr, if you have any more death trap questions, you need to watch the YouTube video. The last two, actually. The one we just uploaded today, this one, or the death trap video that is right here. It explains everything perfectly. Mine is at 17 seconds right now. And I get 0 cooldown. Okay, that being said, I need to run. Thank you, chat, for coming, watching, lurking, chatting. Love you all. And have an eye out for that Resplendent's Cache video. Therefore, take good care.